Hey, hey, hey. What it do, what it do? Oh, you can. Let's jam it out. Let's jam it out. I hope you're having a great day. Get your tea ready. Hey, Willie Spencer. Hey, Tisa first. Hey, 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 hey. So I'm gonna go on in. Because it's a couple of areas I want to cover today. KEYGLOCK being one. Uh, they jamming, ain't they? They stop playing. They jamming. What's that? You Are My Lady. Freddie Jackson. Y'all know Finesse got out. He nan. Hey, plus size. Baddie. He just can't get it, can he? Touch bases. I don't care about that because I got too much. But listen to some interesting people. A group I ran across. We're going to tap into that. But I'm going to start with Saysop Mama. Now, do y'all remember? If I wasn't laying on the side of the bed, I sure would come up. Do y'all remember? I think y'all need a little eye cut. Do y'all remember what I told y'all? Do y'all remember our discussion about Sauce Walka? Am I gonna have to show y'all my eyes? Are we gonna have to go into the archives? Y'all remember when I told y'all how I felt about Sauce Walka, Saysop? And how it just Saysop mama saying a lot. And guess who else saying a lot? Hold on. Let me make some eye contact. Baby! Do y'all remember? I don't know what I look like, y'all. But at this point, I don't care, because I wasn't trying to cam up today. But sometimes it's necessary. Let me cut this down. Okay. Do y'all remember when Sauce Walka was shot and Saysop was unalive, and they was trying to put out that narrative about oh boy had some issues in Memphis. Hey Cynthia, hey everybody who is in the bushes and that has come in that I didn't speak to. Happy Saturday. Shout out to you. So do y'all, I'm not that light. Do y'all remember when I told y'all something wasn't right? And I just didn't like when the person walked outside and kind of waved or did their hand, and then the car came up and they had somebody's name, but you know, then they was the one guy was found in the abandoned mall by the trash in Houston. And they were saying that they was from Memphis and all of that. And in my mind, I had to park it because I kept saying, that I think that came from Texas, either Houston or Dallas. And I was saying, the guy that he signed 44 Mike or Mike 44 Oakland area over there by, you know, Malcolm X. Same. And then, do y'all remember that? And then I was saying, yeah, because this may be retaliation from Get Money Lil Ronnie. Do y'all remember that? Do anybody remember that? And now, GOYAYO out of jail. And he kind of putting Get Money Lil Ronnie and Cheek, baby girl, 5-year-old baby girl that was taken out the car wash with him, on Sauce. What's the other guy's name? Lil CJ Casino. And then shortly after, Bedo gets shot in the head at the gas station in the Grove. Y'all remember all of that? And then all of us, you know, was looking at, you know, Sauce Walka and them. CJ Casino was claiming to shoot him, you know, all of that. Okay. And then HSM, Lil Bull, Bulldog, Buffalo Bill, whatever his name is. I don't know him. And he just popped up out. But, you know, they co-signed him. I don't know who he is. But he claimed Bedo. But here recently, GOYAYO been running into Sauce Walka folk, beating them up, sending their asses back to Houston, you know, putting threats out there on interviews. And, you know, before the trial started, I was supposed to bring a video, a live, showing y'all some body language that I recognized when GOYAYO was talking about soft walkers and Saysop shooting. Okay? He gave, you know, I don't know if it was on purpose. I don't know if it was intentional. But it was very telling who he felt like the hit came from. And one of the guys that's arrested is tied to CJ Casino, right? Because he was on his way to Houston. And then he got picked up in Livingston, right outside Houston. So my point to all of this is, here this week, after, this is just to me, now this could be very coincidental, but GOYAYO intentionally gave that body language and said what he said on that interview on purpose. Now, I don't know if he was dropping gems. I don't know if he was, you know, I don't know what he was doing on the cool. But Saysop mama, she ain't playing. And I'm going to tell you now, she's been saying he was backdoored. Not backdoored. Backdoored. And she pretty much, yeah. And she pretty much calling out sauce. Walka. Now, she also, that Kevin Brown, whoever, they was playing with putting out who the second shooter was. Word on the street is, she done outed that too. Okay. So here I go saying, okay, now the dots are connecting. And she's saying she going to the Fed, she going to the head chief, all of that. She don't give a dang. She finna put them people in their life. Anybody, everybody. She don't give a rat's ass. So before I go into what I was gonna go into, because I got a couple of things. We gonna listen to Saysop mama, cause she talking real gangster, baby. She talking real gangster. She talking cartel tied gangster to me. Now I don't know who she tied to. I don't know who Saysop tied to. She's saying all that bull crap about running off with somebody's money is a lie. It's a cover. It's a narrative to throw you off. And I ain't gonna lie. I ain't believe it. I didn't believe that. All I know is he wasn't supposed to come. And for whatever reason, he changed his mind. Now, he never talked. Get my likes up, y'all. I ain't gonna even look at you. And I ain't gonna be saying, get the likes up a whole bunch of times. I'm just gonna shut it down. Like that. Just like that. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm kind of sick of it. I'm really kind of sick of it. So, yeah, because I got some good stuff. I'm not even after teens. Stop playing. See, you know, these are the type of people who used to folk cussing them out. And I ain't gonna do that. I just want you to leave. I just want you to go. I don't want to cater to you. And I don't want you to leave until you think I'm gone. I'm gonna stop talking and come back, because that's gonna really piss me off. And I'm gonna shut it down. Just hit the like button, double tap, you know, take it out on my nose and hit the screen. Do whatever you need to do. Hit the like button, send a donation, something. But anyway, because I'm not finna do that. It be on point. Yes, I want us to stay focused with that, because, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm going to tell you what God love. God love the truth. I wouldn't be surprised if GOYAYO ain't reached out to old boy mama. Because she talking about she going to the feds, the DOJ, ABC, you know, every one of them alphabets on that ass. She said, I don't know why they playing. They act like they can't put out the name. I don't know if the chief, I don't know. I don't know who know who. I don't know none of that. But let me nip some of that in the bud. And I heard she put it out. So without further ado, now if I just shut it, I ain't gonna even ask if I'm buffing. If you can't hear and I'm spinning around, let it spin. I don't feel like playing with y'all today. If you can't get my likes up. Don't even come in my comments saying something happened. AunTeaFee, it just disappeared. No, it didn't. Okay? Just so we clear. Just so we clear. Just so we clear.
Sauce Walka artist Saysop, who was shot and killed in his hometown, Memphis, mother spoke out and promised Saysop, murder will be solved.
Anything that's attached to this gonna crumble. I'm gonna make sure that you don't get away. You understand me? I'm gonna make sure anybody who whispered about it don't get away. Call me the popo, call me what you want to at the feds though. I'm in the streets. I'm trying out who find out who find out who. I'm talking about I'm at homicide beating the door down. Like I'm gonna make sure if you're a rapper, your career gonna crumble. If you're in the streets hustling, your hustle gonna crumble. I'm talking about I'm coming at your about him. Do you understand me? Because my son was full of love. He moved around in these streets. He made rap songs and woo-woo-woo. At the end of the day, he gonna make sure anybody around him gonna eat. At the end of the day, he ain't gonna cross you. He ain't gonna. If he said he messed with you, he messed with you. That door don't swing one way. That triple cross don't roll one way. And I may look like this, but I'm coming about my son. I'm talking about I'm coming about my son. I'm coming about my son. Every time you see this face, I want to see him. If you was a friend of his and threw a cross, I'm coming at your. I ain't gonna rest till the day I die. If you was an enemy of his and you did this, I'm coming at your until the day I die. I'm gonna make sure I don't get up off their necks. I'm talking about on speed dial. For them to come at your. I ain't finna advocate for nothing to happen to nobody, because that ain't who I am. That ain't how I raised my son. Because if it is, half of the people that crossed them are already be gone.
She insinuated that the people involved is talking and said it definitely was a person that he was cool with helped set this up. Since day one, she always felt like her son was backdoored, and that Sauce Walka allegedly had something to do with it.
They would have been gone, but I didn't raise him that way. I ain't even advocating for nothing to happen to you because I want your ass in court so you can snitch up in that car. Oh, no. I don't want them to wash out. I want them to catch you so I can get the cross. I want to know who crossed him.
She want to know who crossed him.
I want to know who sent them. And y'all can't keep your mouth shut. Just.
She know it wasn't hit.
TikTok. On your TikTok. That's all I'm gonna say. TikTok. I hope you got a good career. I hope you're making money. Because I want to know who sent you. I want to know whatever fake people he had around him may have had a hand in it.
Gangster.
I want them to catch you. And who sent you.
That's his mama.
And
that's his mama.
Little cross was thrown in there. Whatever homie, whatever friend, little partner.
It looked just
had
like
something to do with it. Because it was definitely a cross in there. It was a cross in there, and it was somebody who sent y'all. I'm talking to you too. I want you too. I want that cross.
Oh yeah, he sure did.
I want that cross.
TikTok. He sure did. Tic-tac-toe.
He trusted you.
No, it's
As y'all know, one of Saysop killers was found shot dead in an abandoned Houston building days after he was identified on the news. His death was ruled a homicide.
You say Jaden Dandridge is in this video of the March 22nd shooting near the FedEx Forum. And now we know that Dandridge was found dead in Houston. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre joins us live. Just shocking to hear what's happening here.
Yeah, according to the TMZ reports, that shooting suspect, Jaden Dandridge, police in Houston found him executed in an abandoned building. Now, police say Dandridge is one of multiple people caught on camera carrying out the attack. Memphis police identified him as a suspect on March 26th. Less than 24 hours later, Houston police responded to a deadly shooting at an abandoned mall. TMZ reports Dandridge shot and killed, shot multiple times. Memphis police confirmed that Dandridge is dead, though he had.
So this is Bedo's tic-tac-toe. Let's hear some of it. Okay, that's tic-tac-toe. Bedo got shot in the head. Now he tic-tac-toe in. Okay.
Been officially named as the victim in the mall shooting. Now, this all comes about a week and a half after that deadly shooting in downtown Memphis, right in front of the Western Hotel. And
Trusted you.
As y'all know,
My son. Every time you see this face, I want to see him. If you was a friend of his and threw a cross, I'm coming at your ass. I ain't gonna rest till the day I die. If you was an enemy of his and you did this, I'm coming at your ass until the day I die. I'm gonna make sure I don't get up off their necks. I'm talking about on speed dial. For them to come at your I ain't finna advocate for nothing to happen to nobody because that ain't who I am. That ain't how I raised my son. Because if it is, half of the people that crossed him are already be gone.
she insinuated that the people involved is talking and said it definitely was a person that he was cool with helped set this up. Since day one, she always felt like her son was backdoor and that Sauce Walka allegedly had something to do with it.
They would have been gone, but I didn't raise him that way. I ain't even advocating for nothing to happen to you because I want your ass in court so you can snitch up in that car. Oh, no. I don't want them to wash out. I want them to catch you so I can get the cross. I want to know who crossed him, who helped set it up. I want to know who sent them. And y'all can't keep your mouth shut. Just...
Hold on. What that mean? What that mean? What's going on? What is that saying? Okay, hold on. Let me go to his. How I lose you and your brother the same way. Me, kinfolk. We on the way to the country. So he got... Was he shot or was he hang in there, kinfolk? Okay, they active, y'all. They active.
TikTok. On your TikTok. That's all I'm gonna say. TikTok. I hope you got a good career. I hope you're making money because I want to know who sent you. I want to know whatever fake people he had around him may have had a hand in it. I want them to catch you and who sent you and whatever little cross was thrown in there, whatever homie, whatever friend, little partner.
I told y'all, South Dallas. All of this involved.
There was definitely a cross in there. It was a cross in there, and it was somebody who sent y'all. I'm talking to you too. Well, I want you too. I want that cross bad though. I want that cross bad. Because that means he trusted you.
As y'all know, one of Saysop killers was found shot dead in an abandoned Houston building days after he was identified on the news. His death was ruled a homicide.
They say Jaden Dandridge is in this video of the March 22nd shooting near the FedEx Forum. And now we know that Dandridge was found dead in Houston. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre joins us live. Just shocking to hear what's happening here.
Yeah, according to the TMZ reports, that shooting suspect, Jaden Dandridge, police in Houston found him executed in an abandoned building. Now, police say Dandridge is one of multiple people caught on camera carrying out the attack. Memphis police identified him as a suspect on March 26th, less than 24 hours later. Houston police responded to a deadly shooting at an abandoned mall. TMZ reports that.
Hold on, y'all. They beefing. Hold on. It's on aisle
5 of my kids, nigga. I just made a TSF nigga piss on that stuff. So my little boys, man. Nigga saw YOUNGDOLPH. Thought it was over with for him on my kids, nigga. Hit him all in his face with that, yeah. Niggas a bitch on the set. Yeah. Nah. My man for bought me a music when I was young. I didn't know you was just a hate bitch. You bitch.
I'm gonna kill all you bitch ass niggas on my kids. Yeah, 3 bottles and some type. I'm outside. Where you?
Hey.
You bitch
Thank you. LP.
Come outside, nigga. You niggas pussy on crib, nigga. And my mama, you bitch ass niggas ain't nowhere outside in the murder. Period, nigga. You niggas is bitches, nigga. And my kids, I'm gonna kill all you niggas on Chuck and Tink, nigga. Niggas hoes on my dick, bitch ass nigga. My mama, nigga, I'm in the club, 30, 40,000 on me. Crib, no security or nothing, niggas hoes, nigga. My kids, nigga.
They active. Somebody in the hospital. And it's going down for Chucky and Chink. Get money, Lil Ronnie. And the same people. Y'all, this is why I tried to tell y'all when when it happened, that hit may have been for Sauce. Y'all remember me telling y'all that? And they played it off. So did Rainwater, talking about, oh boy, had some debt. No. Yeah, no. So GOYAYO out. And he looking at the same person who Saysop mama feel backdoored him. I'm telling y'all now. And yeah. Let me see what else is on here before I go back to.
I ain't say no cap. It's on all 5 of my kids, nigga. I just made a TSF nigga piss on himself. So my little boys, man. Nigga saw YOUNGDOLPH. Thought it was over with for him on my kids, nigga. Hit him all in his face with that, yeah. Niggas a bitch on the set. Yeah. Nah. My man for bought me a music when I was young. I didn't know you was just a hate bitch.
And they all used to be friends.
Shot and killed. Shot multiple times. Memphis police confirmed that Dandridge is dead, though he hasn't been officially named as the victim in the mall shooting. Now, this all comes about a week and a half after that deadly shooting in downtown Memphis, right in front of the Western Hotel, in broad daylight on a Saturday afternoon. Surveillance video shows several gunmen opened fire on 2 rappers, Memphis native Saysop and Houston rapper Sauce Walka. Saysop shot and killed. Sauce Walka shot once in the leg, survived, and is back in Houston, according to his Instagram account.
But it left us with so many questions. Saysop killer was from Memphis. How he ended up dead in Houston? Where Sauce Walka from? Y'all get in the comments and let me know what you think. Now in the video, you heard Saysop mother say she not stopping until this case is solved. She said they be talking, and we was wondering what she mean by they be talking. Well, she took her Facebook and said, this is chess, not checkers with me. Clock emoji and tick tock.
Nothing, niggas. Gucci, 10 niggas come in this house with guns.
So he don't look like he been beat up to me.
It's 2 niggas. It's just me and bro. Nigga, come on, bro. These niggas ain't getting nothing.
Where's the other guy?
Hey, show that shit, man. Gotta pop it up. Hey, they daddyo.
This shit ain't mine either, ain't it? I guess that shit not mine neither. That's crazy. That little shit you was saying. I did have it on me, my baby.
For like Gabby, 93 bands, then I go straight to the moon. Got a bad little bitch, wanna eat my dick, shit like some G, get a room. Then I looked at the bitch like, how you slip? When I look like boo boo the fool, I'm a motherfucking pimp, I ain't paying for. Yeah, that rap ride the clip.
Oh, see now that's Bedo.
That's how they rap though. Yeah, that rap ride the clip, no, I'm a life taker. And them niggas dissing cut it, they gon' die later.
Yeah, but they saying this 448 Young Bull is who really did it. He ran and they beat up his cousin and he in the hospital. I think he passed away. Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that rap ride the clip, no, I'm a life taker. And them niggas dissing Cuddy, they gon' die later. I'm not focused on the charge, I'm on who drop papers. Yeah, them niggas make a song, but they know why I fake them. And when I catch a little brother, he getting crucified. I don't curvy not in nothing, so don't be surprised. Walk him down and stand over him, I wanna see him die.
That song is about Bedo. Oh, yeah, it's getting ugly. Oh, the little bull guy is. They were saying he was part of HSM. Oh, eyes never lie. So that little bull cat who did that song, they were saying he was HSM. HSM. Then he put that 448. Hold on, Lord. This too much, y'all. This too much. Oh my goodness. They were saying and I was like, I ain't never heard of him. I ain't even like his voice. I ain't gonna even lie. But then he put that 44. Oh, it's Young Bull. Hold on.
Yeah, that rap ride the clip, no, I'm a life taker. You said under the taker? That's how they rap though. Yeah, that rap ride the clip, no, I'm a life taker.
They said, hey, Kawana. Him and Bubba was best friends, yeah. So now y'all saying that this was Sauce Walka? Yeah, him and Bubba is best friends. Is this who you talking about? Got that? Cause he claimed he was the one who did that to Bedo. So that's why Bedo's song is saying, you coming at me for something that a nigga that got killed a long time ago.
Yeah, that rap ride the clip, no, I'm a life taker. And them niggas dissing Cuddy, they gon' die later. I'm not focused on the trolls, I'm on who drop papers. Yeah, them niggas make a song, but they know why I fake them. And when I catch a little brother, he getting crucified. I don't curvy not in nothing, so don't be surprised. Walk him down and stand over him, I wanna see him die. And the next.
Oh, wow. So they saying he got beat. Yeah, because MTM Dun co-signed him and said that he was HSM. Okay, hold on. Let me finish playing this over here and see what's going on.
do she know that we don't? Once the news came out and identified the second shooter, Kevin Brown, they didn't put pictures out.
So
they just said it's government. Kevin Brown. Well, Saysop mom, she put the pictures on her Facebook.
So she knows.
And she said, allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly, because I don't know if she wrong or not. But according to Saysop mother, this is Kevin Brown. And she said, where is Kevin Brown? Anyone know where Kevin is? Investigation update. Where is Kevin Brown? He is wanted for murder of my son. Exit 8, tank the bank. Which is Saysop. Please share. And she went on to say, a second suspect, Kevin Brown, 22, has been identified and remains at large.
Yeah, but they said he ran.
Have been issued, charging him with first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, employment of a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony, and theft of property to $10,000 to $60,000 because the car they used was stolen. This investigation is ongoing. If you have any information, contact Crime Stoppers. Now, when the news put out the name and not the picture, I was wondering why.
There we go.
Do they know which Kevin Brown it is?
They
or was somebody talking and they just said Kevin Brown? But Mama Saysop, she done put the pictures out. And she say, this right here, it's Kevin Brown. Y'all get in the comments and tell me what you think about this situation, man. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on all post notifications. It's free. Do it for me.
I've been trying not to say say much because anybody know me know I ain't big on crying. I'm big on hold your head up and keep it pushing, keep it moving. But you.
So they're gonna kill
my son out there.
The little boy that was singing that song that was supposed to be HSM.
Nasty, dusty,
young
dirty, envious, low down.
Oh wow.
Jealous, broke. And if you ain't broke, you're full of hate. You miserable, dusty dogs. You really killed my son out there. I mean, y'all, for what? For what? I mean, y'all really just killed my son out there. I'm just, every day, I think people need to understand, because these little ass boys running around here carrying guns ain't no men. Sliding ain't about nothing. They ain't talking about shit. People need to really understand that when you have a child and you go through not just birthing them, but school every day, educating them, going to the doctor every day of their life, protecting them, making sure they don't fall and scratch a knee. I mean, their whole life. My son was raised in love. My son was raised with a family. My son was raised in a household of people that love him, in a family that love him. And y'all really killed my son out there. I'm around here advocating, taking in other people's kids, taking in other people's sons who don't nobody want, who won't nobody take care of, who out here bad. That's what I did with my life. Took care of other people's kids who were the worst of the worst. They could come to my house and be loved and took care of. I don't care what kind of monster people said you was. I don't care how many cars you stole. I didn't care how many houses you broke in. I didn't care. You could come to my house. You gonna eat. I'm gonna clothe you. My son's gonna treat you like they brothers, because that's how I raised them. I don't care I don't care what you got to say about my son. At the end of the day, you didn't nobody have to kill him. Y'all just some ignorant, young, dusty, dirty, miserable dogs. And for the motherfuckers that think they ain't out here dusty and dirty and miserable dogs, you is. You just a hateful, evil. Anything that's attached to this gonna crumble. So I say it's gonna crumble. I'm gonna make sure it crumble. I'm gonna make sure that you don't get away. You understand me? I'm gonna make sure anybody who whispered about it don't get away. Call me the po-po hoe. Call me what you want to. Bitch, I'm at the feds though. I'm in the streets. I'm telling motherfuckers find out who find out who find out who. I'm talking about I'm at homicide beating the door down.
Y'all, she said it. Somebody done gave her something.
Your career gonna crumble. If you in the streets hustling, your hustle gonna crumble. I'm talking about I'm coming at your ass about him. Do you understand me? Because my son was full of love. He moved around in these streets. He made rap songs and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. At the end of the day, he gonna make sure anybody around him gonna eat. At the end of the day, he ain't gonna cross you. He ain't gonna, if he said he messed with you, he messed with you. And if he didn't mess with you, if he didn't like you, didn't fuck with you, if he didn't mess with you, he wasn't gonna go out of his way to harm you. That's the difference between you miserable motherfuckers and him. Because had I raised him wrong, had I raised him in another way, he'd have been hunting your ass down. He wouldn't be dead today. Anybody that had a problem with him. But that ain't how I raised him. And sometimes I feel guilty that ain't how I raised him. You can fight and have another day. I had a boxing ring in my backyard. And made him take them ass whoopings. Even from his best friends. No, you want to fight? You gonna learn how to fight. Just because you my son, I ain't finna help you. You just took that ass whooping. Learn how to take an ass whooping and live another day. Live, both of y'all, go home and live another day. That was the name of the game. You young punk ass niggas don't know shit. Y'all run around here want to kill each other. But you got mamas and sisters and brothers and sons too. You understand me? You got family out here too. That back door don't swing one way. That triple cross don't roll one way. And I may look like this, but I'm coming about my son. I'm talking about I'm coming about my son. I'm coming about my son. Every time you see this face, I want you motherfuckers to see him. If you was a friend of his and threw a cross, I'm coming at your ass. I ain't gonna rest till the day I die. If you was an enemy of his and you did this shit,
crazy.
I'm coming at your ass until the day I die. I'm gonna make sure I don't get off their necks. I'm talking about on speed dial.
He ran.
For them to come at your ass. I ain't finna advocate.
Tensions are high in Hamilton County in the wake of 2 deaths. A deputy killed in the line of duty and
advocate for nothing to happen to nobody.
Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. Hold on.
Killed in the line of duty and an 18.
Nothing to happen to nobody. That ain't who I am. That ain't how I raised my son. Because if it is.
A deputy killed in the line.
Nothing to happen to nobody. Because that ain't who I am. That ain't how.
Okay, so eyes don't lie. Okay, so yeah, the guy name was Treetop, right? TSF, but they're saying that he ran. I'm trying to see where they are connecting it to. Young Bull. But it is saying him, Treetop was somewhere in Bedo and GOYAYO. Ran up on them and Treetop ran and they caught his cousin and beat him up bad and he was hospitalized and I just seen he died. Okay, but I was just listening to Bedo and he was in the back seat talking. Hold on. Let me go back to Bedo.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, what a nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't say no cap.
I ain't
say no cap. It's on all 5 of my kids, nigga. I just made a TSF nigga piss on himself.
He wouldn't
So
lie.
boys, man.
Never
Nigga,
once mentioned he pissed on himself.
On my kids, nigga. Hit him all in his face with that yeah. Niggas a bitch on the set.
I ain't gonna lie, nigga, somebody had 5,000 cash on me. Boy, you had no 1,000 cash on you. You had no money. No money, boy. Stop it. Pull the money out on the camera right now. And how you holding that chain, I know that wasn't yours. You was fighting for your life about that motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Hey, why the nigga in the back ain't get on the camera? Bro, fucked up. You the one that pissed on yourself on Jesus Christ. You was feeling that motherfucker across your shit. Every time, nigga, you left that bitch ass naked. Just your drawers on and they were pissy. What the fuck on the camera talking? Yeah, pop your shit. You niggas internet as hell on film. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga in the background, though, whatever your name is, you a real partner, bro. Cause that nigga left you to get the dog shit beat out, the dog piss beat out you. And you still popping. Yeah, twin. Yeah, you a real, I fuck with you, fam. I like you. You a aight nigga, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let you take an ass whooping like a chimp, boy. You was crying, pissing on yourself, boy. You a whole bitch out here, boy. What the fuck?
So, yeah. So, I'm trying to see where it said the young bull gone. I can't find it.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it out of the way a book with you, bro. You ain't get set up or none of that, bro. Niggas ran into you, bro. Nigga ran into you. If you was set up, nigga would have.
Can y'all hear that?
Nigga would have came there trying to do it to you. We weren't really trying to do it to you. Nigga just gotta handle you because you were trying to be back getting shot. You know what I'm saying? Because what you claim, they said nigga gotta handle you. Nigga treat you like a hoe. I don't care if you did have some money in your pocket. Nigga, you know, like I know you was in the house scared. Your partner pissed to see if you left your partner to get tortured. Come on, bro. We talking about some real shit. We not, oh, I got my dream. I got my. You looked up. You looked up. Your chain came off your neck, boy. You grabbed that motherfucker with everything you had. Nigga ran into everything in that bitch. Nigga got up out of there. Nigga, people helped you get up out there.
Oh yeah, you ran too. Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ, boy. They were terrified, boy.
So was you.
I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. That bitch went across the back of your head a couple times and you got punched. I punched the shit out you. When I punched you, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's like everything in you knew. Damn, these niggas ain't trying to kill me. These niggas ain't trying to do none of that. Your ass for running super fast, running to everything. And once again, you left your partner.
Yeah, but that young
on camera, you ain't gonna do that right.
Young bull is tied to a TSF, they say.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Put your partner on camera, man. You know what I'm saying? That's who got it bad. You left him.
The one that got beat up right there. That's who they saying is.
Stood at the end of the corner, peeping around the corner.
But I honestly.
I walk by you, I see you. I say, boy, you pussy the bitch.
I'm gonna be honest. I need to find it because I think that if it was young bull, he will be saying the nigga who wrote the song about shooting me, who claimed that, and he only talking about TSF. He not talking about the guy who claimed. Now I saw where Treetop, the TSF guy, said something. I need to find it. I need to see where it's at, where they are saying that it was Young Bull, because I can't find that just yet. So I don't know who the guy is that he's talking about that took the butt whooping, that was in the back seat talking noise when Treetop was talking noise. So let me finish this.
And really, if a nigga wanted to do it to you, nigga could have chased you down. Like, come on, man. Nigga, you ain't get set up, bro. Nigga didn't come there to kill you. Nigga ain't come there to rob you. Nigga ain't come there to do none of that. Nigga just started whooping your ass. That was it. Ran into you, whooped your ass. That's it. Nigga got some real beef out here. You a rap ass nigga and you a peon. Come on, bro. You from Dallas and Entourage and some niggas way up 45. Come on, man. Let's just keep it. You a peon. Nigga ain't gonna crash out about you.
You talking about 45? Okay. So right there, when he said right there, he's saying way up 45. That's Houston.
I'm gonna keep it all the way. Then look, you stood at the end of the corner, peeping around the corner on blood. You peeping around the corner. I walk by you, I see you. I say, boy, you pussy in a bit. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. That bitch went across the back of your head a couple times and you got punched. I punched the shit out you. When I punched you, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's like everything in you knew. Damn, these niggas ain't trying to kill me. These niggas ain't trying to do none of that. Your ass for running super fast, running to everything. And once again, you left your partner. That's who fucked up. To put your partner on camera, you ain't gonna do that right. I know, bro, fucked up. Bro, a pissy, bloody, ugly, and a bitch on Jesus Christ. Just put your partner on camera, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what got it bad.
So they saying that was young bull.
At the end of the corner, peeping around the corner on blood, peeping around the corner. I walk by you, I see you on Jesus. I say, boy, you pussy the bitch. Yo, really, if a nigga wanted to do it to you, nigga could have chased you down. Like, come on, man. Nigga, you ain't get set up, bro. Nigga didn't come there to kill you. Nigga ain't come there to rob you. Nigga ain't come there to do none of that. Nigga just start whooping your ass. That was it. Ran into you, whooped your ass. That's it. Nigga got some real beef out here. You a rap ass nigga and you a peon. Come on, bro. You from Dallas and Entourage and some niggas way up 45. Come on, man. Let's just kick it to you a peon. Nigga ain't gonna crash out about you. You good, fam. You good out here. I wanna see you do something though. I wanna see if you gonna retaliate.
The song that I was playing was Young Bull, 448 Young Bull. And you said that was his cousin. So who was the guy that was in the back? Oh, okay.
Retaliate from the last incident when a nigga put it on you. Come on, man.
I just heard him say, down 45.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it all the way a book with you, bro. You ain't get set. Bro, I'm gonna keep it all the way a book with you, bro. You ain't get set up or none of that, bro. Niggas ran into you, bro. Nigga ran into you. If you was set up, nigga would've came there masked up. Nigga would've came there trying to do it to you. We weren't really trying to do it to you. Nigga just gotta handle you because you were trying to be back getting shot. You know what I'm saying? Because what you claim, they said nigga gotta handle you. Nigga treat you like a hoe. I don't care if you did have some money in your pocket. Nigga, you know, like I know you was in the house scared. Your partner pissed to see if you left your partner to get tortured. Come on, bro. We talking about some real shit. We not, oh, I got my dream. I got my... You looked up. You looked up, your chain came off your neck, boy. You grabbed that motherfucker with everything you had. Nigga ran into everything in that bitch. Nigga got up out of there. Nigga, the people helped you get up out there. They be thanking the people. Oh, Jesus Christ, boy. They was terrified, boy. I'm gonna keep it all the way a book. That bitch went across the back of your head a couple times and you got punched. I punched the shit out you. When I punched you, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's like everything in you knew. Damn, these niggas ain't trying to kill me. These niggas ain't trying to do none of that. Your ass for running super fast, running to everything. And once again, you left your partner. That's who fucked up. To put your partner on camera, you ain't gonna do that right. I know, bro, fucked up. Bro, a pissy, bloody, ugly, and a bitch on Jesus Christ. Just put your partner on camera, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what got it bad. You left him. You ran fast as fuck. Then look, you stood at the end of the corner, peeping around the corner on blood, peeping around the corner. I walk by you, I see you on Jesus. I say, boy, you pussy the bitch. Yo, really, if a nigga wanted to do it to you, nigga could have chased you down. Like, come on, man. Nigga, you ain't get set up, bro. Nigga didn't come there to kill you. Nigga ain't come there to rob you. Nigga ain't come there to do none of that. Nigga just start whooping your ass. That was it. Ran into you, whooped your ass. That's it. Nigga got some real beef out here. You a rap ass nigga and you a peon. Come on, bro. You from Dallas and Entourage and some niggas way up 45. Come on, man. Let's just keep
right there.
Peon. Nigga ain't gonna crash out about you. You good, fam. You good out here. I wanna see you do something though. I wanna see if you gonna retaliate. You gonna retaliate from the last incident when a nigga put it on you. Come on, man.
So he up 45, he talking about Houston. What did that say? Hold on. Boy, I thought y'all was finna send his ass on the way. I was right. And that hoe finna. Hold on.
They wanna kill about a little bitch. They wanna kill. Oh God.
Okay, before I get back to Saysop Mama, let me see what Treetop talking about. I was just listening to it. Hold on. Oh, him, Sauce Poppy. That's who they beat up. Sauce Poppy. Hold on. That's it. That's who passed. Let me see. Hold on.
You niggas ain't get a motherfucker. I had 5,000 cash on me. Y'all ain't get no J. Shit, twin. Y'all ain't get no J. Y'all ain't get nothing. Niggas Gucci. 10 niggas come in this hoe with guns, bro. 10 niggas. They worried about the one nigga with a gun. It's 2 niggas. It's just me and bro. Niggas, come on, bro. You niggas ain't get nothing. Nathaniel. I saw that shit, big. I'll pop it up. Hey, Nathaniel. This shit ain't mine either, ain't it? I guess that shit not mine neither.
Hey, Jack Elliott. Yeah.
That little shit you was saying.
Yep.
I did have it on me, my baby.
Yep. And that guy, one of them guys, is tied to South and Casino and Yellow Beezy. So he ain't. Okay, so hold on. So let me get back over here and let me go check on Sauce Poppy. Hold on. I know I'm
raised my son because if it is, half of the people that crossed him are already be gone. They would have been gone, but I didn't raise him that way.
And he has something to do with this.
Because I want your ass in court so you can snitch all you little motherfuckers in that car.
You from the farm?
Oh, no. I don't want them to wash out. I want them to catch you.
So you from... Oh, I keep hitting the wrong one. Oh, no, it's a commercial.
I didn't know what to expect.
You from the funk. And they saying that it came from...
motherfuckers in that car. Oh, no.
They also... So is GOYAYO implying... Yeah. GOYAYO definitely implying Sauce has something to do with Get Money Lil Ronnie. And I think right now I'm really believing that this hit was more about Sauce Walka than it was about Saysop. And again, Sauce Walka was not supposed to go to Memphis. He just all of a sudden changed his mind. So I don't know. Hold on, let me look at this Sauce guy. Which one of the guys? Not Jacoby. Was it Jacoby? Yeah, Jacoby. Jacoby was the one that they caught in Livingston, right? And he had been to Houston. Yeah, he got ties to Houston. He got ties to Little CJ Casino. But hold on, let me look at this Sauce Poppy. Because this was not what I have had on my, well, somewhat. I saw GOYAYO talking last night. Let's see. So he's saying, hang in there.
Though my heart in pieces, I find comfort knowing you at peace. And and I meant every word inside your eulogy. Still, this shit hurt. I'm on pins and needles, I still can't believe it, Mr. Wallace. There's no way to save him. We can't stop the bleeding.
Oh, wow.
My heart in pieces, I find comfort knowing you at peace, and I meant every word inside you. We're on the same vein. Though my heart in pieces, I find comfort.
Oh, okay, so he playing this song. Okay, let me go here and let me check on, see if I can find where they,
No, I want them to wash out. I want them to catch you so I can get the cross. I want to know who crossed him, who helped set it up. I want to know who sent them. And y'all can't keep your mouth shut. Just TikTok on your ass. TikTok. That's all I'm gonna say. TikTok. I hope you got a good career. I hope you're making money. I hope you got kids and shit. Because I want you to. I want all of it to crumble. I want to be there when they do. I'm saying I want to be there when they do. Because this was unnecessary. My son don't have any kids. He don't have any children. All he wanted to do was take care of his mom. That's it. Everything he did was so that he could take care of his mom. And I didn't even need him to take care of me. He didn't want no kids. He said, "Mom, let them have kids because I got to take care of you. Let my brothers have the kids." I'm trying to keep from going from hurt to angry, but I'm extremely angry. But I'm trying to make sure that that anger don't leave me somewhere that I can't come back from, into some dark place of depression and involved up in a corner, because that ain't who I am, and nor would that be what my son wants for me.
I don't see the RIPs to him.
But I think you need to know exactly what you did and what kind of pressure is coming behind him. Because this most definitely coming. And if you think you're getting away, you ain't. If you sitting back smoking on a pack, you ain't getting away. If you sitting back hee-heeing ha-ha, you ain't getting away. I don't care if it's a year from now, 6 months from now. I'm gonna make sure they don't lighten up on y'all ass. This case ain't gonna go to the bottom of the barrel. This case ain't gonna end up at the bottom of the 300 cases a year that they get. I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not. I ain't gotta do no news interviews.
Okay, hold on.
No podcast interviews. Ain't gotta.
Yeah, I'm done with her. So she showed the picture. She showed the name. I'm trying to see if there's any RIPs to Sauce Poppy. I don't see them on Facebook yet. So until I can see it on Facebook or some RIPs. I heard the song, but yeah, that's yeah. I'm gonna just say he's still injured in the hospital. I need to see some RIPs. Hold on. But I do believe it's going down. Let me see if Sauce done said something.
Can we introduce to one of the most important?
I'm trying to find Sauce. Hold on, okay. Let me hear this one before I get off of him. I just gotta stay mindful of what's going on. And the mama put that other person, because people were saying he was dead. That Kevin Brown cat. She was saying, they were saying he was dead. Sauce ain't said nothing. Okay, let me see. Where was I at? All that done threw me off. Hold on. At the top it says Sauce. It says top of the picture it says Sauce Poppy. Where are you seeing that he dead at? Yeah, hold on. So I'm gonna move over. Let's see what Sauce Walker's saying. So Sauce was in the Carolinas. And he ain't posting nothing either. Hold on. But I did see this a week ago when he was posting up, and I looked at this thinking he was showing his squad when GOYAYO and Bedo was going at it at Peso. And they go Lil CJ Casino. I saw this and I was like, man, they sure looking like they showing their armor. Cause I looked at him thinking, ooh, he look like he ready to spaz out. So is this the guy back here that's supposed to be that TSF guy? Because they go casino, they go peso, or walk. And I remember saying, oh yeah, they look like they showing they squad, like they ready for war. And this was a week ago, May 1st. Is that the little cat right there? His hair looked like that. But where is the treetop guy? I don't see him. Hold on. But Sauce ain't said nothing just yet. So let me go on. I'm sure looking at him. That little CJ Casino, man. Ooh, this one right here look like, ooh, he looks scary, don't he? He look like he will crash the out. So, yeah, they posted up. But okay, so I don't have more details yet, so I'm gonna wait. Is that him? Is that the treetop guy? That one cat. Yeah, they at war, y'all. Let me just say that. They are at war. They are on get back. So let me get back over here. Hold on. Let me get back over here.
Turn thinking about your bathroom into loving it with Floor and Decor.
Beefing with you because we a community and we
They were in a debate.
So I want to get your perspective. I don't know if you are familiar or aware of what's going on with this Tyre Nichols case, where they had 2 cops, I guess, that pleaded guilty to some charges, but the other 3, they recently said that they, I guess, found them not guilty on all of the charges. It was 3 black cops
in Memphis, right?
Yeah, in Memphis that kind of beat the charges, and then 2 took a plea deal, I guess. And I'm not sure if any of y'all seen what happened or is refreshed, because it was actually a case from 2 years ago. And if I need to, I can refresh y'all memory and play some clips or whatever like that. But I want to get y'all perspective on what y'all think about this whole Tyre Nichols case or issues.
Yeah, you guys go first. You gotta play the clips because I'm not familiar.
All right, so let me play this really quickly. It's gonna take a couple minutes for me to present this, but I'm gonna play this really quickly and then I'll bring y'all back up to speed.
How did we get here? The path to this day comes some 2 years and 5 months after Nichols was initially stopped in Hickory Hill. Since then, it has been a long and tedious process for those involved, and for Nichols' family, a painful and emotional time. Here's WRG's Shay Arthur with a look at how we got here.
Where they are.
For the last 8 days, we've taken you inside a Shelby County courtroom. Sometimes they were tense.
He got out of the car and he grabbed the guy that he thought had done something wrong.
Other times, emotional testimony. Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy spoke to us about his team of attorneys on the case.
They've worked very hard for a long time in preparing this case. They were very thoroughly prepared, and they fought really hard to get justice for Tyre Nichols.
What's been discussed with so many closely watching goes back to this intersection, January 7th, 2023, at Ross and Rains Roads, where police claim they initially attempted to stop Tyre Nichols and ultimately ended in this quiet neighborhood about half a mile down the street, which we later learned from watching MPD body and dash camera video was also where Nichols was repeatedly punched and kicked not far from his family home. 3 days later, he died at the hospital. 10 days later, 5 Memphis police officers are fired, including the 3 who have been on trial: Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justin Smith. The 2 others have reached other agreements on their charges. On January 26th, the group was indicted in state court. Then the next day, the shocking video of Nichols' arrest is released to the public. On January 28th, the Scorpion unit was deactivated. That was a specialized team these officers were part of. It was supposed to target criminal hotspots. Months later, on September 12, 2023, the men were federally indicted. And more than a year later, after weeks of a federal trial, on October 2nd, 2024, a federal jury reached a mixed verdict. Then fast forward, April 28th, 2025, the state trial for Smith, Bean, and Haley begins. For your...
So essentially, in this state trial, all 3 of them was basically found not guilty of the whole situation. And the footage that was shown or that was released to the general public of what was happening showed that he had basically ran from the police after they initially had him subdued. It seemed like they had him subdued. Then they ran from the police and they caught back up to him. And then that's when the whole situation happened where he kind of got beat up a little bit, and then he died 3 days later. So that's the sentiment of it.
I think there's like a shit ton of deference like given to cops. Like, this is egregious. Just what they go through daily and the split moment decisions that you have to make regarding your life or somebody else's. I could probably say this because my dad was a cop and he had to kill somebody, and I couldn't imagine what would have happened if my dad didn't shoot that dude in the head. I wouldn't have fucking dads like he shot my dad first and my dad shot him in the head. So it's kind of, when this cop shit come up and you kill somebody, I'll be like, nigga, y'all niggas need to comply and do some fucking self-preservation and fucking put your pride aside and go home type of shit. So I'm indifferent when it comes to when black cops shoot somebody. I usually think it's the person who got shot's fault. So that's where I'm at on this situation.
Y'all hear this?
I'll go last because I don't want to influence anyone negatively. I'll go last.
I think the one of the issues that I see is that it's really not as much protest. It's not anybody up in arms because it was black on black. Now this would be all over the place if it was like a white cop. It was everywhere. It would be everywhere. It wouldn't be no hesitation that every news network will be covering this. So I think it kind of puts us in a place or a state where we got to start thinking about, are they really trying to play us? Because if they can race bait and keep us in the streets and keep us doing all kind of, in certain situations, but this is a very similar situation, but it's not anywhere. Nobody's talking about it. The cops got off.
They say
and
it's
nobody's
not anywhere,
protesting.
y'all.
Nobody's mad because it's not on the news.
Anywhere.
Because they didn't put it in the media. Because they didn't gauge you. I keep telling folks they want to run the same plays, but if they know that those plays aren't going to fit a narrative, they won't try it.
Can y'all
black people? What you want to say?
Can y'all believe that they're saying, these people are saying it's not out there? They didn't know nothing about it for the most part. Can y'all believe that? This was kind of mind blowing. Let's go.
No, I was gonna say yeah, because we don't care if we kill each other. We don't care about black on black crime. We're only mad if a white person does it to us. So I agree with you, Slimmy.
But it did run its course through the news cycle when it they got off and nobody's upset though. That's what I'm saying.
They didn't push it in the media the way they would have if that was 3 to 5 white cops.
Man, they pushing Metcalf.
The black community would have been burning up their communities.
For the job.
Wow. They tried to make Metcalf a villain and his son was killed.
Exactly.
They tried to make him a villain. His son was killed.
Somebody,
I have a question.
Jeff Metcalf.
Black boy, and he'd still be alive.
Why were they beaten in the first place? Why were they beating him up in the first place?
It says that he fled on.
No, I was gonna say yeah, because we don't care if we kill each other. We don't care about black on black crime. We're only mad if a white person does it to us. So I agree with you, Slimmy.
But it did run its course through the news cycle when it They got off and nobody's upset though. That's what I'm saying.
They didn't push it in the media the way they would have if that was 3 to 5 white cops.
Man, they pushing Metcalf.
The black community would have been burning up their communities.
Yeah.
We have selective outrage.
They tried to make Metcalf a villain and his son was killed.
Exactly.
They tried to make him a villain. His son was killed.
I have a question.
He shouldn't have fucked with that black boy and he'd still be alive.
Why were they beaten in the first place? Why were they beating him up in the first place?
It says that he fled on.
He was resisting.
He was yanked out of his car. He was pepper sprayed and struck with a taser.
Okay. Because I tried to look it up, and some people were saying something about, because I've never heard of this case.
She never heard of it.
Some people were saying something about one of the cops may have been one of the guy's girlfriends, sleeping with one of the guy's girlfriends or wives or something like that, because it just
This is why I cannot stand fake narratives, intentional lies. This is why I cannot stand it. Because that was debunked a long time ago. And the girl that it was text to was in the federal, she was a witness. She was called to the federal trial, and she did not know him. But people run with the lies.
I don't know. They knew him, so I'm just asking. That's all.
They might have known him, but I mean, it's Memphis. Memphis is not that big, and I'm sure all the black people are, not all, but you know, a lot of them are tied together in some way. I don't know. I'm on the fence with this. I mean, I'm like Quentin. I feel like you need to have some sense of self-preservation. Why are you running? Granted, they didn't tell him what they pulled him over for, but I mean, if you take off running, at what point are they going to tell you? Now, once they had him down, I don't feel like they needed to kick him and stomp him and all that enough to kill him. They could have handcuffed him. There's 5 of them.
Yeah, that's insane. They some people are saying in the chat, they saying he was handcuffed already, and they were still whooping on him. That's unacceptable.
Somebody thought it was okay because they got off.
The jury.
That don't make it right.
And they never mentioned the all-white jury.
You know, innocent of whatever. So my thing is, where's the outrage in the black community? It was not there. This happened like 3 years ago.
But Molly, there's never any outrage in the black community for anything involving other blacks, other whites.
But there should.
That never happens. So, I mean, why would this be any different?
And they got off. You know what I'm saying? If these were white cops who got off, it would have been a big uproar. And it's just getting exhausting.
They would have had us in the streets protesting. They would have put it on everywhere, so we would protest.
Well, you know,
they would have funded the protesting. Exactly. They would have funded the protesting, like they did with George Floyd.
But you know, I'm here in Maryland, and a lot of the Freddie Gray cops were black, and they were outraged about that. So I don't know. Maybe it just, I don't know too much about this case, but maybe it doesn't fit a narrative. Whatever narrative.
That's what I'm saying.
Why do they not know?
Those Baltimore cops.
This is mind blowing to me that they don't know very much about this case. How do they not know about the case? And when this guy down here starts talking, I mean, he made up so much stuff. But let's keep going. It's blowing my mind that she don't know anything about it.
Cops, most of them were black, because mostly in Baltimore and DC, it's black.
Have any of y'all actually seen the video? I don't necessarily want to play it on this live stream. Have any of y'all seen the video of, like, the interaction between the cops and Tyre Nichols?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I seen
this morning.
Like
Did you play this morning?
I played part of it when they initially tried to arrest him and he ran away.
They were saying, most of them were saying no.
That's so fucking dumb.
Well, if he got tased, he's bewildered.
What was dumb?
Have you ever been tased, nigga? You're not bewildered, nigga. You're like, fuck.
No, I'm not sure if the tase actually got to him or anything like that, but
they don't know. They don't know
nothing. He was able to get away, and then he ran away. And I guess he was trying to run to his mom's house or something like that. I don't know. And then they caught up to him, and then they beat the shit out of him, basically. So
that's crazy.
Adriana.
All right, so I comment on this. I used to work in law enforcement. I was for those that don't know in your audience, I was a special agent with Homeland Security for 7 years as an agent. I started my career on the southwest border. So I'm very familiar with
he's going to give his opinion.
So I think it's important to kind of start off with use of force and how it's applied. So use of force typically is going to be based on not 20/20 hindsight, right? It's based on what were the facts available to you at the time when you conducted the use of force. So, for example, just to kind of illustrate what I mean by this, let's say you get a 911 call, right? And they tell you, hey, look, there's an individual at the playground and he's got a gun and he's, you know, we think that he's trying to do a burglary, right? He's by an apartment complex. The police show up. They have information that they think he has a gun.
Oh, you know him?
Be committing a robbery or a burglary. They're going to show up, obviously, with higher
this is my first time
awareness of what's going on and more intensity. So they show up from what they were told, and let's say the guy pulls out the gun, but it's plastic, and the cops light him up, right? Well, they find out after the fact that the gun was plastic, it wasn't real, and he was just going to go see his grandma. Well, the thing is that's going to be considered a clean shoot, and the reason why.
So y'all must be getting around, because I ain't never seen none of these people. Who is he? So is he mixed? Is he black? Is he, what is he? But I know he finna be talking in a minute. And he said that he was a drug dealer, a meth pusher, or something. He said, I'm like, what? What? Where'd that come from? And let me tell you something else I noticed that blew my mind. They're saying that they don't know anything, right? And none of them are really doing any research. It's just like when I got the word about TSF and somebody got maybe unalive. What did I do? What did I do, y'all? I stopped and started looking for it, listening, going here, going there, to trying to see what's going on, to see what's true and what's not, or what I need to park. It blew my mind that none of these people went and did any research while they was up here discussing it. I'm like, oh, what? But I don't know who this cat is. This is the first time I done seen any of them. And he's so dry and blunt, it blows my mind. And he's so naive. He actually reminds me of Tyre Nichols, you know. But he's just like, what? That's Taze. That's bewildered. I'm like, oh my God, where they find these people? But I'm listening. I'm listening because I've never heard. I'm trying to hear other people's take. I'm trying to see how much research, or are they just gonna go with what they hear and run with it and form an opinion without really doing any research? Let's go.
Because a reasonable person in that situation would believe that getting a 911 call, being told that there's a gun on the scene, the individual matches the description, you show up, and then you shoot him and you kill him, they acted on, on good faith and off the information, and a reasonable person will behave that way. So the reason why I say that story is so that people understand that when it comes to use of force, it's based on reasonable objectiveness. Would a reasonable person behave that way if presented with the same set of facts? It's not based on 20/20 hindsight. A lot of people get mad, 20/20 hindsight, the gun wasn't even real, or blah, blah, blah. You can't operate like that. So I think it's important that people understand that police and use of force when it comes to self-defense, etc. This is why the Zimmerman case pissed so many people off, because they found out after the fact that Trayvon Martin was a teenage kid with some Skittles and, in Arizona. But at the time when he was fighting George Zimmerman, he was beating his ass, and Zimmerman was getting beat up, and he had a reasonable belief that he could get serious bodily injury, and he shot him and he killed him. So, and the court couldn't go after him for following him and harassing him and him just being a kid or him having Arizona and Skittles. It was, he was beating his ass. What did Zimmerman believe at that time, or what a reasonable person believe at that time when he shot him? And that's why he was able to walk. So I think I want to kind of put that out there first, that this is how.
And that better be the reason why Carmelo Anthony walks.
That's number one. Now, number two. So they're trying to stop this guy, and, he resists arrest. He runs from them. He gets back in the car and stuff. I saw the video, but I saw like 2 years ago, so it's a little hazy in my memory. But what I can say off of like what I saw and what I remember, what I can recall is, anytime you run from the police, you're gonna get your ass whooped. Like, I'm just gonna be very like, is that right? No. Do I wish it wasn't that way? Yeah. In a perfect world, I wish it wasn't that way. But the reality is, people need to understand that the harder you make it for the police to arrest you, the more wiggle room you give them to beat your ass. Right? Because what's up happening as you resist, they can't match you at that use of force. They have to go a step above. So let's say you say, oh, square up with me. they're gonna square up with you. They're gonna pull out a nightstick. They're gonna pull out a taser. They're gonna pull out mace. Like, whenever you have this use of force continuum, right? And they teach you this in the academy. Different agencies teach it different ways, but it's the same thing. Whenever they're at, you got to be a step above. So they pull up their fists like this. You go ahead and you pull out your baton. They try to run up at you. You hit them with a taser or a pellet gun or whatever. And then they pull out a knife. You pull out your gun, right? So it's never about being equal. It's about having force where you can neutralize a threat, right? At where it is. So in this situation with, I'm sure they probably had other information. Maybe they were told by the 911 dispatcher he had a gun. Because I'm going to presume the fact that they walked, they have some information that the public might not know, or I didn't study this case extensively. But the fact that they walked tells me that the court finds that they acted reasonable given the circumstances. Again, I don't know the facts, but the fact that he walked, because remember, they're being judged by a predominantly black jury in Memphis.
Wrong.
So,
you hear that?
To let them walk tells me that they probably had some very...
So I'm like, okay, so you have no idea what you're talking about. So for y'all who know this cat and don't like him, make sure that y'all let him know that AunTeaFee said he talking off the side of his neck. Okay? He talking out the side of his neck because it was not by an all white, all black cast, a jury. So right off the bat, your opinion don't mean shit. But respectfully, I'ma listen. Okay? But please, for y'all who know him or interact with him, please. He always does. I see clips. I don't listen to that fool. Yeah, I mean, he just said all black. Wrong.
It's the same thing. Wherever they're at, you got to be a step above. So they pull up their fists like this. You go ahead and you pull out your baton. They try to run up at you. You hit them with a taser or a pellet gun or whatever. And then they pull out a knife. You pull out your gun, right? So it's never about being equal. It's about having force where you can neutralize a threat, right? At where it is. So in this situation with, I'm sure they probably had other information. Maybe they were told by the 911 dispatcher he had a gun. Because I'm going to presume the fact that they walked, they have some information that the public might not know, or I didn't study this case extensively. But the fact that they walked tells me that the court finds that they acted reasonable given the circumstances. Again, I don't know the facts, but the fact that he walked, because remember, they're being judged by a predominantly black jury in Memphis. So for them to let them walk tells me that they probably had some very good defense to show that it was they behaved in an reasonable, objective manner. So yeah, I it's interesting because I literally looked at this case and I didn't get a chance to finish going through it because I was going to read through some of the court documents, but I didn't get a chance. But I do remember vaguely about this case a couple years ago because this happened a while ago. So yeah, but the guy resisted, man. And anytime you do that,
it was like 2 years ago, I think. It was something like 2 years ago.
I tell people all the time, anytime like you get stopped by the police or whatever, you just can't act crazy, man. Like the police literally, like, because they deal with crazy people all the time. So anytime you ratchet it up, they're going to ratchet up another level because they don't want to find out, right? They teach you in the police academy, you always want to go home alive. You always want to you're going to go home, not them. If it comes down to you or them, you're going to go home. That's what they teach you at the police academy. They train you to be this way, to always be on high alert. So when people do, squirrely stuff like this, high crime area, it's obviously a Scorpion Squad, which they're dealing with violent criminals all the time because they're what it looks like to me, the Scorpion Squad, a lot of these inner cities have this. It's basically an active policing entity. So they're going out looking for people selling drugs. They're going out looking for people that have guns. They're doing active policing. So a lot of the times they're going to have to behave aggressively like this to catch criminals. And when a guy runs from them like that, they presume, okay, is he going to get a weapon? What's going to happen here, etc. Now, did they take it too far? Probably. I'm sure they probably did. But clearly they got found not guilty. So something came out that exonerated them. So, yeah.
Well, let me ask you this though, real quick. So, because you were in law enforcement, once somebody is handcuffed, like What's up with beating them down? Like once you got them cuffed though.
Well, people can still be dangerous when they're cuffed, man. Like it's pretty easy to get out of handcuffs, and they can still kick you. They can still bite you. They can still cause some damage. Now, with that said, I don't know if they had the handcuffs on him all the way. He might have still been resisting, but this is why it's so important to just like not be an idiot and run from the cops, because like basically what ends up happening a lot of times is you open yourself up to potentially getting beat up by doing that, right? Because they're going to act with a higher level of force to make sure they neutralize you, and sometimes that higher level of force can cause you some serious problems. I'm not justifying it, but I'm saying that this is how policing works in America, and I think people need to understand this. And I will say, it is interesting that no one really protested or like went super hard on this one. I do think that the cops being black, all of them being black, played a big role in it. Because if they were white cops, we would be seeing Memphis burning down right now.
Yeah.
You don't think 5-on-1 was excessive?
I don't do
I mean, it's crazy, but they teach you that. It's never a fair fight. Like, they teach you law enforcement, like, if you're on equal footing with the criminal, you're losing. You lost.
Hold on. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
Because it's not about having a fair fight.
I don't know what I just did.
Either getting them under custody or stopping the threat if it becomes deadly.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that?
I just don't see how it could be deadly with one person on the ground and 5 people
rolling it. Because if they were white cops, we would be seeing Memphis.
Those officers should be up. Yep.
Yeah.
You don't think 5-on-1 was excessive?
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. But they teach you that. It's never a fair fight. Like, they teach you in law enforcement, like, if you're on equal footing with the criminal, you're losing. You lost.
Facts.
Because it's not about having a fair fight. It's about getting them either getting them under custody or stopping the threat if it becomes deadly.
It's not about a fair fight.
I just don't see how it could be deadly with one person on the ground and 5 people surrounding you. Like, there was no fear of your life.
Right.
There's no reason to be kicking this man.
You didn't have your gun out.
Like,
yeah, no, that's wild. Like I said, I gotta look back at the footage again. I'm only going off of the fact that they walked. So something, either the defense got something thrown out that was critical.
So the whole time I was listening to this, I kept saying, ladies back here, anybody going to pull it up? Anybody going to research? Anybody going to see? Nothing. I kept saying, is anybody going to say, oh, they went Chattanooga and got an all-white jewelry. I was just waiting. And it never happened. Not on this one. Let's go.
The prosecution, or they were able to find some level of reasonable use of force here. But I think that more than likely the prosecution probably messed something up. Something got thrown out in a suppression hearing or something like that. Because it does look pretty bad on video.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it on this stream because then you're going to have to, they're going to make you do plus 18 and stuff like that. And so.
Yeah. No, that's not a good move. Did he have a gun?
I'm not going to play it on this stream. If anybody want to go and watch it, y'all going to have to watch it individually. But.
Does he have a gun or did he have a gun?
No, he didn't have a gun.
Was it alleged that he had one or no?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, I know that was like a drug trafficker. I know that. So he was some guy. I think he was a drug trafficker. He had like some kind of arrest before.
Did y'all hear that? Oh my God! I could have went through the screen when he said that he was some type of drug trafficker. Does he got him mixed up with Quet or something? Where did he get that from? But y'all say this is what he do. So this is the first time I've heard anybody say that. So he just created a whole drug trafficking narrative. Shame on you.
Some type of felonies. But yeah, I mean, high crime area. It's an active policing squad.
Some type of bounty
like this. The guy ran away. It's nighttime. All of the
plus 18 and stuff like that. And so
yeah. No, that's not a good move. Did he have a gun?
I'm not gonna play it on this stream. If anybody want to go and watch it, y'all gonna have to watch it individually. But
does he have a gun or did he have a gun?
No, he didn't have a gun. He didn't have.
Was it alleged that he had one or no? Okay. Yeah. So basically, I know the guy was like a drug trafficker. I know that. So he was some guy. I think he was a drug trafficker. He had like some kind of arrest before for some type of felonies. But yeah, I mean,
he's so
high crime area. It's an active policing squad. They're used to dealing with people like this. The guy ran away. It's nighttime. All of this plays a factor into use of force as well.
I don't doubt that, but 5-on-1, I just can't see it.
And nobody
takes him just killing one dude in that little, then it's a wrap. Like, it don't matter.
But he's on the ground.
Killing what dude?
He could have got loose and did some shit. Nigga, he could have broke a bone, hit a nigga in the eye, and broke an orbital something. It doesn't matter.
And 4 more would have been there to jump on.
It don't matter, nigga.
Oh, I do remember this.
I want orbital.
No.
I'm kicking your motherfucking ass.
Y'all see how they...
This the case where that dude was messing with one of the cops' girls or his ex-girlfriend.
Nigga.
Okay, that's what I was asking because
this is that case. I do remember this.
Yeah.
I stayed away from it. Once I found that out, I just kind of like stayed away from it. They said they followed this dude from his job. Because he was messing with one of the cops' ex-girlfriends or something like that.
Yeah, that's what they kept saying online because I didn't see this. So,
but I never knew if that was verified or nothing like that. Okay. But okay,
no,
I remember hearing it. I kind of just stayed away from it because I knew I thought this.
Yeah, do we know that that's actually real? How do we know that that's actually? You know what I'm saying? Because I heard that too. And I don't know how accurate
that in court.
But that's why I stayed away from it.
Did she just say they heard brought it up in court? And what she say?
They just gonna. They said they never knew if that was. I never knew if that was verified or nothing like that. But okay, I kind of just stayed away from it because I knew I thought this.
Yeah, do we know that that's actually real? How do we know that that's actually? You know what I'm saying? Because I heard that too. And I don't know how accurate
that in court.
But that's why I stayed away from it. Because
it wasn't true. It came out in court.
They're just gonna make a shit show of this, and they're gonna have people rioting.
So if you know that, why you don't know that it was all white jury?
Did anybody see the transcripts? I haven't looked into this case. So
no, I looked at the actual video. I'm trying to figure it out. I rewatched it because I live streamed this morning. And, right after they read the verdict, after I found out about the verdict and stuff like that. But then in addition to that, I went back and I rewatched the video because I was a little hazy about it also because it was a while back. And I couldn't in any way, shape, or form figure out how it was justified. It's no way in the world that they could justify that. Because, they beat the shit out of him and it was stomping him. Like,
what?
Yeah, man, it was stomping.
You don't know that?
While he was cuffed?
You don't know that?
They was stomping him, they was macing him, and then they set him up against the car. And then he wound up dying 3 days later. Like, they was making jokes of the whole shit and everything.
Making jokes?
Yeah.
And they got off?
I don't know how. That's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, man.
What you going home about?
Calling me crazy the other day. When we had this police discussion, Mika used.
Do y'all know this one to here too, y'all? Cause
no,
baby.
We had a discussion 2K about the other.
That was about the crash out.
Yeah, the crash out.
Totally different. Now, what 2K was saying was right though. This gang.
Stop playing. I have no idea. I ran across it and I was just in shock. However, why I wanted to bring this so that we could see that we are under the impression that everybody kind of know about it and they don't. And it blows my mind that people really don't research and he has a whole opinion about it. And because he was off, he done made him a drug trafficker, smuggling, or whatever he said. and far from the truth. He don't know nothing, but he has the strongest damn opinion. And he said his daddy is a police officer and his daddy done killed somebody. And so he don't, as far as he concerned, don't resist. They gotta come out. He'd rather have his daddy than the guy he shot in the head. But none of these people, I mean, so now, just a minute ago, he had a strong opinion about not resisting. Now you're saying, what? And this one right here, oh my God. But let's listen.
Activity. That's gang activity.
No. Hold on. What he was saying was right about not that last case.
No, about that's gang activity, that what they were doing to that dude.
No, you got to go based off an individual situation.
They were the gang.
And this is one of the reasons that I have a real issue with the way that people treat police officers. Is number one, for example, police officers don't get the same level of sympathy and empathy when you see things happen to police officers. I've covered so many different cases where they were on raids and then police officers get killed. I've seen police officers get killed in Chicago. Female police officers, male police officers get killed in Chicago, and they had nothing to do with anything. It was just targeted. And so these are individual cases that need to be separated from in individual cities. You cannot look at police officers as a whole.
Yes, you can.
No, you cannot.
I'm not saying look at them as a whole, but what I'm saying, what those cops were doing, that was gang activity.
That is a separate, but you're missing it, Slimmy. That is a separate issue from what 2K was saying the other day. That has nothing to do with this situation. That is you don't go and you run your car and kill a innocent retired.
Yeah, that's dead wrong. Yeah, you do.
Out and then be able to justify it by looking at what happened in Memphis and saying that it's the same thing. You cannot do that, bro.
And what I told y'all, I said the reason why I would call it justifiable because they already know as a black man, you know, if you taking this to trial, the police are gonna stick together and he gonna get the getaway with killing his son. So I said it's better to go ahead and take justice in your own hands, as we can see. Now let me tell you, you said all the issues are separate. They look at niggas the same universally.
Jesus.
They look at all of us the same universally.
Okay.
Universally.
It was black cops that beat this man or talking.
You know what? So when I make up my words, I don't want to hear nothing.
You say all the issues are separate. They look at niggas the same universally.
Jesus.
They look at all of us the same universally.
Okay, okay.
It was black cops that beat this man we're talking about, though. So how do you compare that?
It's a gang. Forget the color of the police. The results would have been the same. Can't you see they stick together?
They do stick together.
So what that dude did, what the daddy did.
But I'm not justifying that.
Because the trial is gonna be the same results.
You give.
They was gonna justify it.
I said you was right about the gang.
That's why I was trying to get you to not agree with him, because he's looking for any level of justification to be able to crash out on a police officer.
Okay, hold on. Universally. Is that the word? Universally.
If you spend the entire day
universally. Universally. Now, universally. I don't know how to spell it, but that's what he said. Universally.
To crash out on me if they beefing with you.
Okay, so I'm almost sure I'm not going to be able to. Okay, let's go.
Man, 2K, you cannot conflate these like that, bro. No, that's why I said with these cops, what they did was gang activity.
Absolutely.
What they did. That has nothing to do with that father crashing out, man.
My nigga, listen.
Not the same.
His name was Robert Hinton Jr.
Yeah, Robert Hinton Jr. That is not the same, man.
Bruh,
No.
You don't think them police at the press conference, the blue wall, you don't think that that's them inserting they gang presence?
They don't have no. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me be very clear. Let me be very clear. In any job, literally in any job, if somebody dies that you know from the job, there is going to be solidarity. You can go to the union, you can go to the Teamsters, you can go to the UAW. If something happens on that job, there is going to be solidarity, especially if it is something perpetuated against somebody that's a part of the membership. That is not new. Hold on. Because all police officers don't support and throw up a blue wall every single time that something happens when a police officer does something that they don't agree with. In this particular case, in this particular issue, and
he lost his life.
I didn't even say nothing on the last one. The dude was working at a graduation completely unrelated to the whole situation, regardless of whether you agree or you disagree with whether or not the kid had a gun or not. The retired cop had nothing to do with it. Yeah. He's working at a graduation and somebody just randomly rams his car into him and kill him. Stop it, bro, because I know too many guys. I know white police too. No, because I was quiet the last time. I know too many guys that work on the police force in Philadelphia. I know guys that work on the police force in Chicago. These guys live, work, and play in their community. They actually joined the force because they felt like they would be able to make a change because they know the people in the community and they were actually participating in change and they have great relationships with the people in the community. So you're telling me that somebody should be able to randomly choose them to die just because of the job that they're doing and they trying to serve their community? And that's bullshit. No. Because this is dangerous. When we say stuff like that, that is the most dangerous things. We don't even like to be stereotyped as black people. I don't place myself in the same group as every black person. If something happens to somebody else, you telling me that me as a father, me as a husband, me as a person that is a productive member of my community, that it's okay for somebody to crash out on me if they beefing with you because we a community and we a group. That sounds dumb. It sounds dumb, but this the reality, bro. Listen, the police have been doing that to people for years. To black people, you cannot put everybody. That's like saying all black people are gang members. That's not true. Anton, when something happens to a police officer and they don't have a suspect, what do? They hit the blocks and they terrorize. Here we go.
They don't, nigga.
This is crazy, bro.
I'm lying.
This is crazy.
Hey, Myron, you ex-police. If a police, shit, Myron, it's police. You tell me this: if a police get killed and y'all don't have no suspects but a color, what do y'all do? What's the procedure? The unwritten procedure.
Well, I was federal, so so we did long-term investigations. But if someone assaulted a law enforcement officer, which I've done one of those cases before. We're going to arrest them and we're going to, put them through. I mean, I remember I arrested a couple people for assaulting Border Patrol agents that tried to run past the checkpoint.
Hold on. I'm talking about y'all don't know who it is. Y'all just have a suspect. It's a black male. What usually happens? The police hit the block and they just start terrorizing.
They go to the hood. That's true.
That's all they need is a suspect. They finna shake the block up. They finna throw people to the wall. They gonna find out who it was through beating everybody's ass. Tell me how is that any different?
You literally just making it up as you go, and it's not even out.
Well, he just made up a story as he went.
I mean, that's not how it goes. Because here's the thing: it depends.
He just made up a story.
It's going to go to homicide, right? Again, I'm federal. We don't investigate typical murders like this unless it involves certain circumstances. But if it's gonna be the death of a police officer or a homicide, more than likely, a lot of the times it's going to go to the state police, or it's going to go, depending on what state it is, they're going to investigate it as a homicide. They're going to just work it backwards. 48 hours. In the first 48 hours is critical if you're going to solve the case or not.
And Ton ain't never been there when the police got it killed. That 48 hours is for to be constant harassment and police whooping everybody they see.
Well, that's what was going on with the Scorpion unit, right? That's oh my God. Is that not what was pretty much going on in Memphis? Am I tripping? They went through the whole raided. Ain't that what was going on through South Dallas? They went and terrorized the whole neighborhood, raided the whole neighborhood. The Scorpion unit was looking for high profile. They was on assignment. They was yanking folk out the cars, looking for any little thing. He tried to speed up. Them folks crazy, lost and okay.
Let's say for the sake of conversation, let's say hypothetically for the sake of conversation,
you're going to cover in this bitch.
That 2K is 100% right.
I mean, and how dare you when you have just made Tyre Nichols a drug trafficker? You tried to say he had a gun. And then you said that he was a trafficker, drugs. So how dare you? You made up a whole story. But what he's saying is partially true. That's a reality in some hoods.
What the fuck does that have to do with the price of tea of China when it comes to the cop that got killed, that was completely unrelated, that was moving traffic at a fucking graduation, and he was listen, a police killed this child, he killed the police. Hold on, wait, time out. It's a nigga on the block right now who is just there for no reason. He is going to get his ass whooped. You telling me it's different, and I'm asking you how.
Oh yeah, his mentality.
And that's just the real of it.
No, man. No.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Justify.
You can't justify.
Wait.
No, you
Stop.
made a statement.
You cannot. What Anton said, that is dangerous, man. You can't justify killing a random person because your son was caught in a criminal act and he was gunned down.
But the police.
Wait. You can actually find that actual cop that did that.
He gonna get killed.
And emotionally charged, just took off on somebody who had not.
He gonna be one of them ones that Trump allowed to have full immunity, or if not, he gonna pardon him. Him, right here.
Nothing to do with it. This dude isn't even in the same vicinity as the officer, dog. That is negligence. That is recklessness. Okay. He could have literally found the cop that did it. He didn't wait. He didn't even try.
And you're right. The police are outstanding people. Okay.
So wait a minute. So basically, what you're So what you're telling me is that you believe in killing innocent people.
I don't, Anton. But
that's exactly what happened. No. That's what happened. He was an innocent man that was working at a graduation and he died.
Okay.
So you believe in killing innocent people?
No, I don't. But I believe that it was justified with what he did and how it usually goes.
He was an innocent person.
Oh my God, man.
He was an innocent person, and you justify him dying.
I can understand why the daddy did what he did. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying I'll do it. I can understand why the daddy did what he did. Just like you can understand when the police hit the block, after the police get killed, they come and shake shit up.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Then let's put it in a different way. Okay.
Hard to grant.
Wait.
I'm never gonna get emotional about these things. No.
A little child.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, this is why we get stereotyped and why we considered emotional and why black men
why they are aggressive.
Right, but
unfortunate.
Yeah.
This is the reason why his
I agree.
On a crash out.
Now, see, I agree. Y'all listening to this? Now, this one I never listened to. I listened to that first one. I didn't listen to this one. I just saw that it was a follow up from the first one that we just listened to. However, this guy right here, he's a crash out, and his mindset is the reason why I'm making an assumption, because these police officers act as if they are intimidated or afraid or expecting that form of aggression any and every time they stop a black person. They are expecting his mindset. And somebody white can come and do like the one I was sent earlier today. And they can say and do whatever, and they're not threatened. But somebody black, they get all of the no, you ain't blah, blah, blah. And then they get away with shooting and killing. It's because of his mindset.
The way the daddy acted is the reason why we are considered and we looked at the way that we looked at. For every 100 of us that are great fathers, that take care of our business, that be on top of things, that do things that we're supposed to do, that handle things appropriately, we all gonna get thrown out of the off the bus or under the bus for every one person that represents us in a negative way. And,
and niggas just start saying fuck the police for no reason, for the sport of it.
No, they started saying fuck the police. The reason that they started saying fuck the police was because it was marketed to them from Ice-T and Colors and NWA back in 19. The reason why people started saying fuck the police was specifically because of Ice-T and Ice Cube. That's why they started saying fuck the police. Black people never said fuck the police. Black people never was saying that shit until it started getting marketed to them.
NWA.
Bro, oh my God.
He telling the truth.
Y'all niggas live in a bubble. You think a nigga just randomly one day said, let me go say fuck the police.
I live in a bubble? Okay.
That's when it started coming out.
Neighborhood than me.
I probably did, Anton.
What are you talking about? How am I living in a bubble? I grew up in the 80s in Detroit. No. I grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the 80s in Detroit. I grew up in the 80s in Detroit with Gang Squad. You don't know nothing about Gang Squad. You ain't never seen that. You don't know that unit. That unit was disbanded. It was literally assigned to my neighborhood. All I seen was Ray-Bans, Jump Out Boys, Cherry Lawn between Norfolk and Chippewa. Literally, dope house. No. It wasn't nothing but a field and dope houses. Every other house, right across the street, Ray-Ban. Every other Friday, we used to see Ray-Bans riding up and down the street. I know exactly what the life is like. So please listen. Miss me with your victim Olympics. Miss me with, oh, you disconnected. You live in a better neighborhood than I do.
Anton, I'm not a victim. I can just tell you how it is and how it was and how it's always have been. I'm not a victim. What are we talking about here?
I'm the only one that's
because you keep trying to use this shelter shit as justification for not being able to substantiate your argument.
I didn't say you were shelter. I said you are living in a bubble.
What bubble am I living in?
Aren't happening.
I'm sorry, what's not happening?
Shit up out from a rap song, bro.
That's exactly
No, that's true. That's true.
It did come from a rap song.
What happened.
I'm older than that time. I know for a fact that that's true.
That's true.
Ice-T and Ice Cube.
Yeah.
That's
saying that shit before that. Nobody was saying that shit. Nigga, we had Dare.
When Colors came out, that's when it first started popping off. And then when NWA dropped, that's when we really started marketing to ourselves, fuck the police.
Yeah.
It was a marketing move. Nobody was going through what they was talking about. It was strictly niggas just clung to it just because.
Yep.
Because what? Because what?
Because it was cool.
Because it was marketed to them. It's the same reason why we cling to anything that's marketed to us.
No, they tell them the truth.
We start wearing our pants down, sagging off our ass. Okay.
I got a question, 2K.
Why do we start wearing our pants sagging off our ass? Why did that become so important to us? You're right. The police were never the KKK. We was never getting beat up.
It wasn't saying fuck the police.
There has never been a reason to say fuck the police. There we go. Moving the goalposts.
He moving the goalposts.
Can't substantiate your argument.
Yeah, he definitely moving the goalposts. He talking about NWA, fuck the police came with the West Coast. That is absolutely a fact. Now, we're not saying that racism did not exist before, not saying that police brutality didn't exist before, but when his question was, why did they start, where did that come from, saying fuck the police, and it came from the West Coast, period.
Not moving the goalposts. You know what, 2K, I'm disappointed in you because you're smarter than me. We will say if you're smart enough and wise enough to be able to think on your own and be a free thinker. You choose groupthink. And you know what the worst part about groupthink is that when you don't think as an individual and you don't put together the conversations and the facts based off of your own lived experiences and the fact that you don't experience the thing that you promote and you market it to other people that you think is everybody on a because let's be absolutely clear, 100%. You don't live the life that you telling everybody else that makes sense. You ain't gonna be the one that's gonna be out here in the streets. You are very sheltered. You got high ceilings. You very sheltered. You got high ceilings.
I'm gonna add something to this too. I think it's important, right? You talked about NWA and the emergence of gangster rap and rap that was endorses violence and everything else like that. Who pushed that music?
The media.
Who runs the media?
The Jews.
Oh,
all right. Hey, there you go. Be careful. Be careful. They gonna act like they don't know what you're talking about. I know on YouTube. They gonna act like you don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not.
They don't know.
I'm not putting it on Anton platform because this is
yeah. I won't either. But I'm on YouTube too, so it's fine. I'm just asking questions, right?
If everybody on the panel agreeing with your statement, who really doing groupthink? It doesn't. 2K again. You have to be able to be smart enough to understand that two things can be true at the same time. And so one thing could be marketed to you, absolutely, but it has nothing to do, and you keep on trying to justify killing of an innocent man that was doing traffic work. It was a retired, a former cop that was doing traffic at a wedding, and somebody decided that he got emotional after his son or whatever, so on and so forth, and he went and drove his car into an innocent man and killed him. That had nothing to do with the case whatsoever. Listen, one thing don't have nothing to do with the other. We keep moving the goalposts because we keep trying to justify hating the police. The reality of it is that nobody should be, no cop should have died, especially an innocent one that had nothing to do with that whole situation. And the way that you keep trying to justify it don't make sense to me.
My thing also I want to say is like collective punishment is never the way, because I know 2K had mentioned like, hey, if a cop gets killed, they run into the neighborhood and they start beating people's asses and everything else like that. That's collective punishment, right? So that is here's the thing. You can't say, yo, they should be going to the hood and harassing people, collective punishment. But then again, why should an innocent police officer get killed because somebody else messed up? Same thing, man. Collective punishment is a problem.
No, I agree. But I was just saying, just like the people in the neighborhood understand why the police is doing it and it's justified. I'm saying nobody said it's justified because it's still nobody is validating the bad behavior of police officers that shouldn't be implementing bad behavior. Nobody is saying it is right, and that's what I'm saying. You keep trying to justify it by saying, well, they did wrong, so this situation is completely unrelated. It got to be a blue wall. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, bro. All right, well, we can agree to disagree. That's why we talk. That's why we have the conversation.
And hey, guys, I'm going to take off. I didn't want to, that was a good discussion. I'm going to take off, though.
I appreciate you for coming.
No, of course, bro. I'll hit you on Twitter, Anton, because I'm like, I can get banned off I got an Instagram, too, but who knows how long that show will be.
They could say I keep
Bro, bro. I get banned off everything.
I'm gonna hit you up in the morning. I'm gonna hit you up in the morning.
Yeah, hit me up. I'll shoot you a DM on Twitter now, because who knows how long the IG will be around. So, no, man, thank you for having me on, bro.
Wait, for y'all who know him, that's
of course, man, of course.
That would be why he.
Okay, you are crazy, bro. I'm not, bro. You are crazy, man.
Are y'all gonna get back
I promise you, I'm not. You gotta be trolling, bro. You have to be trolling. Bro. I just see life for what it is, and not for what it. Well, like I'm able to be objective enough to say, in this Tyre Nichols situation, I can't see how they justify letting these cops off. And until somebody can prevent me with more information, the video that I seen of them beating his ass, I can't justify it. It don't make sense, and I think that those guys was absolutely guilty. Now, Anton, at the same time, I can also say, well, I don't think that this innocent cop that ain't got nothing to do with this case, that's in a completely different state, that just got killed as a result of some anger of somebody crashing out, that he shouldn't die either. Anton, but hold on. Now, if you can see what you just seen, okay? If you were walking down the street and you seen the 5 police officers beating the fuck out of him, and then something happened to your son, and then a week later, you see the 5 police officers just got out. Back up. So you combining cases, or you still letting them be individual? It's bruh. It's a 85% chance that when the police come in and they do their investigation, ain't nothing gonna be found wrong, no matter what the crime is. Okay, what does that have to do with an innocent man dying? You think I'm gonna put my faith in the system and try to get justice that way? What? Do you think that I'm going to put my... First of all, the son was wrong. I get that, but he didn't deserve to die, bro.
Oh, he trolling.
He didn't deserve to die. He was running away. Nah, that nigga had a gun, bro. And when I did some more investigation and looked into it, he was going to pick up the gun. It's one video out. It's a 6-second video. No, it's not. No, it's not. And they actually have a real police report. And what they said, and what actually happened was, what caused them to crash out was they went and they showed him the actual footage that's not even been released to the general public. They showed him the full body cam footage. They showed the father. They went to his house and they showed the father the full body cam footage of what happened. They were so confident that the actual shooting was real, and they were still empathetic towards him, that they went to his house and they showed him the actual body cam footage. Anton, at what point? Because we seen the 6 seconds where the little dude got laid out.
No, you seen 2K. You seen the one.
He got out the car.
You seen the one 2K. You seen the one camera view from the one officer. There's 2 officers. The one that they're saying that he was pointing at, and then there's the other one on the other side that was yelling, "He's got a gun! He's got a gun!"
We all from the video. Who did you see him pointing at, Miko? Listen, fam. Anybody in this chat that is justifying an innocent man dying is insane to me. I pray to God that you motherfuckers is not a part of the bag chasers, because I don't never want to meet you niggas. Bro, y'all is wild, bro. Any man that justifies, that's why I walk around with security, bro. Because any man that justifies killing an innocent man, you know what? Ain't nobody thinking about you niggas. I know you niggas wouldn't bust a grape. I ain't thinking about you niggas.
But the thing that's dangerous though about that is
that shit.
It's just saying, like, you could just crash out and anybody could get wasted just because you want to crash out. That's not cool.
It's not cool. I get it, Slimmy. It's not. It's not the right thing to do. I get it. But I understand. I'm not going to put my faith in fucking justice with the people who killed them. I'm not going to trust the people who killed my son to go investigate themselves.
Cool. At what point do we actually say like that, whoa, why did this kid have a gun and why was he stealing cars?
Nigga, listen, he had a gun, illegal. He stole a car, illegal. But he never pointed at a police. He never shot it.
They showed the angle where it looked.
2K question real quick. 2K.
Where's the angle?
2K. Okay, so you got to remember, and this is coming from a person that has a bunch of guns. At the end of the day, if somebody has a gun and they pick up a gun, I'm not going to wait for them to pivot, to turn, anything. I'm not going to wait. I'm gonna tell you right now, you run towards me with a gun, I don't care if it's back here, in your hand, on the side, I'm going to shoot you. I'm telling you, I'm going to shoot you.
Okay, I know this might sound far-fetched, but what if he was running with the gun and he dropped?
No, he fell. You can see that on the camera clearly. He fell, he picked the gun up. Yes. When he's out in the middle of the parking lot. Yes, he did. He falls because he got them little tight-ass pants on that all the boys wear. He falls. He drops the gun because they don't ever have a holster. They always put it in their pants pocket. It falls. He picks it up.
All right, well, are y'all really over here? Let me tell you something. This video, 2K in the streets wouldn't even let a dude go and pick up a gun before he let one off on him. If a nigga running from me,
if a dude say he running from the
if a dude, fuck that. If a guy is going to if he's going to pick up a gun, whether he running from you or not, are you letting him get that gun? Why would he go pick up a gun? Answer the question. Are you letting him pick up the gun if he running from you or not? If a dude is going for the gun, are you letting him get that gun? Dog, he wasn't trying to pick up a gun. I'm asking you a question. Are you letting him get the gun? No. Okay, cool. That's all I want to know. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the scenario. You just moved a goalpost. I didn't. Yeah, you did. He wasn't reaching down trying to pick up a gun. He got shot. Okay.
The boy got shot after he came between the trash cans. I'm talking about before he gets to the trash cans, okay?
Don't fuck up. Y'all got it. Y'all got this one.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about before he gets to the trash cans. He falls literally to his knees, and the gun falls in front of him. Now, he could have just left the gun on the ground and said, or he could have kept running, but he could have left the gun on the ground.
But he tried to reach down and get the gun, and
it fell right in front of him. It did. It's on the video.
It doesn't even matter, bro. Because
the part that's kind of blurry that everybody is going back and forth about is the part that after he comes from the trash cans.
Every time they gonna run the footage because it's gonna fuck up his argument. It's gonna fuck up my what? Your argument.
I can put up.
No, it's gonna fuck up the money. Footage because you're gonna lose the argument. No, I'm gonna lose some money. There's one way to see who's lying or not. Me or listen, y'all can go and look at the footage yourself. Y'all don't need me to play it. Go and look at it yourself. You guys, I got it. You the one that didn't see it, right? Nope, I didn't see it. Y'all trying to convince me. I seen it. I'm not trying to convince you. I know you're wrong about an innocent man dying. I don't need to see no fucking footage in order for an innocent man to not have to lose his life.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Listen, I don't care if 5 police officers was there and they all was wrong. A police officer that's completely unrelated to the situation that's retired don't deserve to lose his life. No innocent man in the world deserves to lose their life. It ain't like, and Slimmy said it, it ain't like he went to go figure it out or went to go get his get back against one of the niggas that was actually there going against his son. He went and crashed out on some random, on an old man that didn't have shit to do with nothing. He wasn't even fully a police officer no more. So I don't need to see no footage in order to debate this argument. Listen, I agree. He shouldn't have killed that dude. I still can understand.
Okay, I understand exactly.
How can you understand that? My fault, Kim.
Okay, I get what you're saying by saying that this man, was angry. He didn't want to see justice being played out and the cops getting off. I get all of that. But apparently this man has a 3-month-old and a 6-year-old. The guy, Rodney Hinton. So you
stop the games. Are you serious?
You threw away fatherhood for your 2 youngest children who are now going to have to grow up with the single mom that y'all keep dragging through the mud for being a single mom. And then he's got these 2 little kids that he's not going to be there to father.
Hey, hold on. Fuck what 2K talking about. Fuck what 2K talking about. Hell no.
What's the purpose of raising them? What's the purpose of raising another grown child and the police ain't gonna come and kill them too?
Man,
no. Police. Hold on, wait. The police didn't come kill him. That boy was crashing out being a white. Hold on, wait.
So you basically said the kids is gonna go steal cars and pick up guns?
Hold on, that boy was crashing out. First of all, how come nobody's talking about how that boy terrorized whoever he stole the car from?
Niggas is horrible, bro.
Right. So hold on. When he did that, Had somebody blown him away at that very point, because mind you, you don't even have to put the gun up. If you are up at my car and I see that you trying to take my car and you have a gun in your hand, it don't have to be up. I'm blowing you away. So what I'm saying is, at every point, this boy is a YN at every point.
Okay, so Mika, in these establishments, we get something called ROE. They call rules of engagement.
Are y'all still here?
Okay? Just because you would do something how you would do it the civilian way ain't the rules that the police operate by. You operating as a scared fucking civilian. The police supposed to be a trained professional. How he operated with his gun was more like the way you would have did it.
No, wait. You didn't hear what Myron said when he was up here?
We about to go into the next subject, so y'all get y'all shit off.
Well, let me say this though. Let me say this because like finding out he got more kids, this just is completely insane. Black men have to be better leaders, man. We have to be better leaders.
I am a better leader.
We got.
All I'm saying is, why is the boy? If he's raising kids, why is his son out there being
exactly? If
the father is so good, if he's such a great man, why is your son, and he has a rap sheet, this is not the first time, so why is your son out there doing that, and then why haven't you corrected him?
I'm about to go holler at the baby mama right now.
Come on, man. Come on, Anton.
Somebody gotta be
Anton, man. Come on.
Somebody gotta be a community.
No. Too soon.
So you telling? So wait. You telling me that them kids?
Too soon.
No, because this is what we doing, right? Everybody emotional. Everybody making a decision, right?
That ain't even emotional. That's calculated.
It's not. I'm trying to be a good influence on somebody's kids.
You keep saying everybody emotional, like fear not an emotion. And that's the emotion that the police chose to display.
Cool. So I should be able to be a step.
Okay. Yeah, everybody emotional there.
Right, but 2K, you gotta remember though, they're still my whole family.
What are you gonna do?
Go home.
Wait.
What are they supposed to do? They gotta go home.
If I go and holler at the baby mama, what are you gonna do to me?
Nothing. She free game. He made that decision when he hit the police.
Sure.
All right, cool. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. I mean, he didn't care about him, so you know.
Man, I don't understand how you crash out like that and you got young kids.
Because
like this don't. In no way you can't justify this at all. No.
Slimmy, let me ask you a question. You said it's too soon. When is the right time?
No, never. No, stop.
What's the right time?
No, there is no time.
The right time is when
there is no time. Nobody has a better influence for those kids than me.
The right time, bro. Second son, and you only got one left. That's when it's okay. The police.
When everybody being selfish, I only got one left.
Or do I wait for them to kill the third one?
I want to be selfish.
He should have had his son in the house.
Right.
That's where his son should have been.
He has even less control in prison.
How come everybody else? How come everybody else kid ain't out there doing?
Where did this happen? This is in Cincinnati.
Kids are out there doing it, right?
What I'm saying is, how come
I'm going to Cincinnati.
How come
I get down with my next 2 trips. I'm going to see what's happening in Cincinnati. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to Cincinnati, and it ain't that far.
I fuck with Cincinnati.
Me too. I'm about to really be in Cincinnati.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, me too.
A lot of our supporters are from Cincinnati.
What's the problem, Slimmy?
Okay, and before I go, let me take it to KEYGLOCK for a little bit. Sorry, KEYGLOCK, I did not. I thought that this one was going to talk more about let's see what old boy's saying.
First time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate support. I'd like to thank all you guys that came to the live stream last night, man. We had a really good time.
Oh, I missed it.
That's that little spoof I did with my grandfather, John Wash, and Shannon Sharp, as if he was Shannon Sharp's grandson, what he would tell him.
See what he gonna say about the family.
Glad you guys enjoyed it. But as you can see, I'm under the weather.
Oh, he got sick in Memphis.
Sinuses or allergies, but I feel like crap, guys, today. So I'm gonna be on here short today. But I wanted to talk about a video, a news article I seen yesterday about some people putting up wanted posters for the 3 officers. You know, Jadarius Bean, Justin Smith, and Demetrius Haley, all 3 Memphis, all ex-officers and Scorpion team members were found not guilty. Now, I said what I had to say about that trial, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that today, but I want to show you the news article about these 3 stories. And, you know, these 3 wanted posters they're putting up, which I disagree with. This is some corny stuff. But then again, when people are upset and outraged and, you know, this type of stuff does happen. Take a look, man.
Top of that, many in Memphis are continuing to react to the not guilty verdicts in the death of Tyre Nichols. And tonight, the most shocking reaction of all, wanted posters, disturbing calls for vigilante justice for the 3 former police officers who were
like TK or T2 or whatever.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. The posters are located on light poles in Cooper Young. WREG's Raven Copeland has reaction to the verdicts and the message for the city during this time.
We have gotten so much injustice from this city.
Say that.
That is ridiculous.
Say that.
My son was murdered.
That's right.
By 5 Memphis police
That's
officers.
Right. Murder.
He was murdered.
Murder.
And 3 of them got off.
There are people in the Memphis community who share some of the same emotions that Tyre Nichols' family is carrying. Some are more vocal than others. Wanted posters in Cooper Young say the 3 former officers are wanted dead or unalive for Nichols' deadly police beating.
I don't condone those posters at all. I haven't seen them. Okay, I haven't seen those posters. I don't condone the posting of those posters. What I do understand is a deep hurt and agony and pain for people in this city right now.
Representative Justin Pearson says he encourages the community to express their emotions, but he advises them to do it in a non-violent way. However, he also voiced his disappointment over Wednesday's verdict.
And for someone to see those videos of Tyre Nichols being beaten to death by these officers and to come back with not guilty, like that does something.
The verdict in Nichols' deadly police beating has also resulted in distrust of the Memphis Police Department. However, Memphis Mayor Paul Young and Police Chief C.J. Davis say they're focused on restoring the community's perception of the city's law enforcement.
We recognize the pain and grief this incident has caused, and the men and women of the Memphis Police Department remain committed to rebuilding trust and working together toward a stronger, safer Memphis for all.
Reporting from Cooper Young, for your news leader, Raven Copeland, WREG News Channel 3.
That's the news, and let me tell you something. Anytime you have some type of thing you're trying to organize and it's free to the public, any type of person will come and you don't know who acts like they're down to with your agenda, but has their own agenda in mind too. And a lot of times you can have rallies, you can have different things like that. Not in the case of this situation. This is just somebody putting signs up. But you got to be careful of when you have stuff open to the public, that they don't put their own public opinion into your
like that Jake Lang guy.
Reason why I brought that up is everybody's upset about the verdict, and rightfully so. I don't see how anybody with common sense does that, but I think, like I said before, I gave my opinion on why I think they said not guilty. We'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later on. But, you know, this whole thing with putting these signs up, man, that's just stupid stuff. Because the thing is this. If you look at the sign, you can tell it's some stupid ass that put it up there. Wanted dead or unalived. Ain't that the same damn thing?
That means this is somebody from
makes no sense. Either way, somebody a little 20 seconds.
YouTube that
can't talk a little bit about this trial.
That don't use
I was there when the drawer was introduced and shown and all this other stuff, right? I was there when they first seen the video.
That uses unalive.
I think this story is far from over, but we'll never get the questions to the answers that we need.
Right.
I think I have an idea of what a couple of them answers was to the questions. First thing is why they said no. They wasn't guilty. First of all, like I said, they from another county. And I still think it's wrong for them to go and get jurors away from something where it happened, and they're going to get charged in that court, and they're going to jail in that city till they go to the federal, federal sentencing. I think that's wrong. So what, the Memphians don't count? Oh, they know about the case. Yeah, but they only knew surface knowledge like everybody else did.
Oh, now we find that some people don't even know that.
Showing the case, right? And I never said this in my videos. When they started showing the case, or told them what they was going to be there for, some of the people were like, because they already knew what the case was. You see what I'm saying? I don't know why they worry about getting somebody from out of town anyway. That shit ain't happen out of town. All that does, whether the prosecution agreed with it, the offense agreed with it or not with the prosecution, when they went and got this outside stuff, which was the defense's call to do, just relying on the tape wasn't enough. These people come from places where they don't have huge...
I bet you it was the little Porky Pig
like
guy.
Memphis does. I mean, it's crime in Chattanooga. It's crimes everywhere. But situation here, where it's like reckless and stuff like that, lawless at some places, you know what I'm saying? That's not running rampant from where they at. So who are they to judge the people in Memphis and be brought in on a high-profile case? What you think about that shit? I think there was deliberation drama. When they went into deliberation, right? Wednesday morning, I think it was. Well, Wednesday afternoon. Or Tuesday, I can't remember what time last week. When they went in after lunchtime, I said they'll have a verdict by the day. Me, the media, everybody knew. Yo, ain't no way. And they was like, we'll do it tomorrow. When I seen that, I'm like, well, first thing in the morning, they'll have a verdict. When we got around 11 o'clock, I said, something's wrong. In my head, I said, something wrong. I said, something is wrong. Come to find out, one juror left, and another juror got sick during deliberations, not during the trial. Peep that. All of a sudden, they got sick. It was drama in them deliberations. And I think the men, there were 6 men and 10 women. I think the men were the ones that had the drama going. Because when you looked at the women was like, yo, this is messed up. When that video would come on, it was too much for them.
Oh, he was actually in court, so he saw him.
Where Haley and Martin kicked Tyre Nichols in the face. You could hear the boot crack against the face. They was jumping. The guys were desensitized by this time. Every time they put the video on, it was women that was disturbed. The guys were just sitting there. And I could already look at one of them dudes during the last time I was in there. I'm like, this dude act like he don't give a fuck about nothing. He sat in the back. White dude, just tall white dude sat in the back. Sometimes he be laughing and talking and shit. His mind was made up. A lot of their minds was made up. Because I'm going to tell you something. Somebody, you can see a video of somebody looking really bad, getting something done to him. And they go, oh, that's messed up. Then you put the words drugs or drug addict or identity theft behind it. You look at that video a little bit different. Oh, that's probably why he's getting his ass beat. Or that's why he died. That's why he this. That's why he that. Once they turn these people, or some of these people, towards the fact of Tyre smoked weed. That's a stereotype. They say the ninjas love weed. And stolen credit cards. What the news show most of the time. People stealing identities. It be what? People from a lower income time. A lot of times they be black folk. He was doing drugs and he was stealing. That was his MO operandi, or whatever they call that. method of operation. That's what he was doing. Didn't worry about him being in FedEx. Once they seen that, I think they tainted it. And the way they kept running it in the defense, he looked like he dropped something between the cars. They never went over there and checked the cars. It's hard being a cop in Memphis. Did what they had to do. Memphis has a bad name, violent-wise, or a bad reputation. These people out here from Chattanooga know about Memphis. A lot of them probably ain't never been there. And the ones that did probably got horror stories that they either heard from somebody else or something that happened to them there. Either way, that bad energy leaked onto the jury. All of a sudden, one sick and one left? Nah. Something went down in that room. And they was like, we want to make a decision and get out. And they was like, hey, let's just talk about this type of stuff. And it was like, no. And then somebody, I think the men probably built this thing up to where the women was like, you know what? I just want to leave. Don't even worry about it. Boom. What are you picking it? Boom, let's do it. Let's do it. But them people were serious. They was writing notes and stuff like that. I know. Something happened. Why one get sick all of a sudden and then the other one left? While they was doing the liberation, the most important part, something went on in that courtroom where they was battling. And some people was like, you know what? Some people wasn't going to change their mind no matter what. And you know, when you don't change your mind, you got to keep going another day. They be like, you know what? I just don't even want to deal with this. Boom. Hell, for all we know, the jurors might not even like each other. It's one of them things. Anyway.
Oh, he's sick for real.
I feel like trash, guys. That's my opinion.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Porky Pig.
When was your earliest remembrance of you becoming the leader of?
Shout out to KEYGLOCK. Cam Newton.
Something you strive for.
Okay.
Like, you know, some people get success and fame confused.
Okay.
Like, I don't care for fame. I want the success. That makes sense to you?
Make it make sense.
Like, I don't care about people knowing everything about me and everything that goes on unless it's music related. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything isn't for everybody.
Yeah. But how do you stay authentic through it all, though?
I just stay to myself. Real talk. I just stay to myself. Especially in this industry, it's like, it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of I don't knows. Like, you don't know nobody.
But do you have industry friends?
I got industry associates, but I ain't got like no industry friends, nah. Cause I barely got real friends.
Yeah. But even like, I'm always curious to ask, and somebody highlighted this with my personal life, like, where your poppin' friends at?
My poppin' friends?
No, somebody asked me that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it don't even really be like that.
My friends don't care for that.
Yeah.
Like, they don't, half of them don't even got like no social media, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the ones that's like with me, like roll when I roll, they don't care for social media. Like, you wouldn't even know them unless you knew them from Memphis. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. What I really want to know is, like, as you become successful, this undertaking or this responsibility happens naturally. When was your earliest remembrance of you becoming the leader of your situation, whether either with your friends, either with your family, and it was almost like, oh, we looking to you so we can follow, you know what I mean?
The day my mama came home. From jail. Yeah. And I was still in high school. It was my senior year. Yeah.
You care to share?
What you want to know?
I've heard this story about you and your mother's relationship, and it was something that was extremely vulnerable. You know what I mean? And most people don't care to know or don't even know what a person is actually going through in real life, in real time. You know what I'm saying? Tell us about or take us through the situation with, you know what I'm saying, your mother that the normal person would not necessarily understand.
Like, my mama was incarcerated for 15 years, 16.
Hit that subscribe button.
She went in when I was like only one. I was like only, I think 13, 14 months, something like that. But she did like 7 with the state, no, 8 with the state, and she did 7 fed time. But as I was growing up, they were just shipping her all across the U.S. Like she'll be in West Virginia, she'll be in Florida, she'll be in Minnesota, Alabama. But my grandma made sure that I always was in contact with my mother. And she'll take me to, you know what I'm saying, all these different states to go see her. Like we always still had a bond, but I didn't actually know what was going on until I got like 12, 13.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So I had a young lady on before who was incarcerated, and she said being incarcerated as a woman is more tougher or more harder to go through than being incarcerated as a man. Both of them is tough.
Yeah, for sure.
But as she spoke about it, she was like, yo, as a man, you may have a significant other, wife, girlfriend, family members.
Yeah.
As a woman, you know what I'm saying, it ain't no man that's really there to...
Nah, for real, it's true. You feel me? I tell my partners anytime, like, no matter how many times we call women bitches and hoes, like, they gonna get the job done. Like, they gonna be the ones there for you. They gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Fact.
anything goes left, like, them women come through. Like,
has what your mother went through changed your perception of what you desire and how you even view women?
And so many times is different. I just want, like, how I would like for my wife to move is, like, it'll have to, like, resemble my mother in a way. Not by looks or nothing like that, but her ways,
More.
her mind. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So being in this type of industry, you know what I'm saying? You talking about the money, cars, clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know the rest. Yeah. But even in that magnitude, you have access to so much. You have fortitude.
That's interesting.
That anybody would pretty much choose you. They desire you. They see you. They're fans. I'm what you've been missing. How do you cipher through the minutia?
I ain't gonna lie, I play games with people like how they think they play games. You know what I'm saying? Like I just play along. I just play along. I let people take themselves out.
Give us game on how to really maneuver around males and really females, because it's a skill now.
It's a
I
skill.
don't even want to give it out.
No, you got to. You got to keep it funky.
Because somebody gonna think I did it to them.
So?
Yeah, it's so, but I don't want to speak on it.
But it's like...
So he's still playing games.
That's it. You got to play the fool to a fool,
right,
to make that fool think you the fool.
Exactly, and I'm cool with it.
But in reality,
what?
They the fool.
Absolutely.
Sure. Is your perception damaged?
Far as what?
Like just your viewership to open up in any capacity of a relationship. I'm not talking about an intimate relationship. I'm talking about new friends. I'm talking about new associates. I'm talking about intimate relationships. I'm talking about just getting to know people as a whole.
I ain't gonna lie, like I'm a real introvert, bro, and like in today's time, I really don't even care to have no new friends, new associates. Like, unless if it's business, it's okay. But other than that, I ain't got no room for it. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I want to ask before I get to my flow? Who knows you the best?
Who knows me the best?
I'm talking about on this earth right now. Like, who understands? I always say my biggest flex, or the biggest flex that a person can have is being understood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cause when you understood, or when a person understands you, you don't gotta go into depth. You ain't even gotta speak.
Yeah.
Hey, Glock chilling right now, bro. Like, he going through something, like, you know, don't even bother, bro, right now. Like, hey, bro, I already know home. You know what I'm saying? Who is that person that knows you the best?
You know what I know?
A lot of people that's like that. I wouldn't say they just know me because I'm still figuring me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still young, bro. Like, I didn't.
You know what I noticed about KEYGLOCK in this interview? He intentionally, although he said, I don't know if I bypassed it, that even in his new signing with a major label, he's still PRE, and it was another one, I don't remember the name of it. He will forever be paper route. But he don't like mentioning any of the paper route artists on purpose. So it's like some of the answers, you know, some of the questions, the answers should be like a daddyo or, you know, one of paper route artists, but he will not say it. He will not say it. He will move the goalposts to protect that privacy. I did notice that.
I did a lot, but there's still more to do. So I'm still learning as the days go by. So
very evasive.
I wouldn't say they know me. You know what I'm saying? Just yet, because I don't even know me yet.
Have you ever took that journey?
Still on it.
The process of identifying you,
right?
I'm partially there.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But my take on this is, I want to fall back in love with myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
What does that mean? What I eat, what I put in my body, what I put in my mind, how I carry myself. Is consistency over motivation. When you're motivated, you're only gonna do something when you're motivated. When you're consistent, you sign that contract, and no matter what, boom, you gotta do it. I'm at a point where when you have success, things can get numb to you. You know what I'm saying? That number,
I've been like that though. So like, I probably say since 2021, beginning of 2022, like materials can only fulfill you so much and so long. But it's like happiness and like real, like genuine love, like you can't pay for this shit.
No.
You can't, like, it's your priceless.
Just gratitude.
So yeah, so like, I don't know, bro. It's just, I just be living and figuring it out.
Yeah. When you take that challenge, when you take that journey and challenge yourself to rediscover and understand you, it's a beautiful journey, because now you can appreciate things. Now you can really understand, like, no, bro, like, when you feel yourself getting mad, it's like, hold on, I need to take a step back real quick. Hey, everybody clear the room real quick. You know, it's one of them. And that don't mean you don't make mistakes. That don't mean you don't flare up. I told you off camera, it's like, I'm really trying to work on my tongue. You know what I mean? It may sound corny to some. It's like, why he ain't saying? You know what I'm saying? To some people, it be like, man, what home's on? And then to others, it'd be like, okay, I respect it. But this is the thing, though. The hardest part about change is the people who knew the old you. Feel what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, when you changing and you've made it abundantly clear, like, I'm on this type of time. Like, man, nigga, who you think you is? Like, you think you better than me? But some people will support it only if it don't require them to change. And that may be a prerequisite as well. Feel me?
Yeah, you definitely right.
Which, so, how did we get to, you know, the deal with, you know, Republican and take us through just the music industry as a whole for your journey?
ain't gonna lie, it wasn't quick. I was negotiating about 9 months.
What?
I was negotiating about 9 months, yeah. Like, it wasn't no 1 week, 2 week thing. Like,
so what was your non-negotiable? Like,
very detailed.
What was important to you though? Cause like
ownership.
So for me, not knowing no music industry, we always said, man, you can't hit me with no 360 deal, or that's a bad deal, or whatever. So educate a person who is incompetent, you know what I'm saying, to even speak on this. But for you, when you say you negotiated for 9 months, take me through as best as you can with certain things that you wasn't budging on.
I was firm on ownership, the splits, you know, and creativity. Still having, you know what I'm saying, full creativity. Yeah.
So is your creativity impacted by like AI?
Not really. I don't even use AI.
So I'm saying like Chat GPT.
Yeah, I know of it, but I don't tap into this stuff.
So you write all your stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. You saying like write raps?
Yeah, man.
Oh no, I don't write raps.
What do you do?
I punch in. I write them in mentally, and I just speak them. I punch in. It's easy. I don't go in there and rap the whole song. Like, no, I'm not saying that. I go in there, I can say 2-3 bars at one time. Okay, boom. I'm keep listening to it. I'm gonna build momentum. I'm gonna add some more. I'm gonna build momentum. I might hear something in it that nobody else hear. I might switch the flow on it. It's how, I don't know. I just different like that.
So you don't write?
I really don't. Like, I haven't wrote a song in 10 years since high school.
Right.
Yeah. It sounds crazy. Yeah. Once I figured it out, it was, I didn't need it no more.
Voice memo.
Yeah.
I think I like that.
Not even that. It's here. It's here. I never go to the studio with a pre-planned song, pre-wrote song. Never.
Where did that come from?
Flowers, good energy.
It's like, yo, you know, I done fooled around a couple times, started freestyling, and started, I'm like, yo, I just realized I keep saying the same thing. You already know I'm back on the beat.
Now everybody got something like that.
And hit them knees weak. Yeah, what it is. You know what I mean? I'm starting saying like, bro, after the third or fourth song, I'm like, all right, bro, let's play the real song now. So going into your whole creative kind of think tank, is there an idea? How do you know the difference between a spin song, a drill song, a harmonic love song? Like what? Like
I pay attention to the tempo of the beat and the instruments.
Okay.
Cause certain instruments, like the frequency, like the sound, it hit the body different. Like it's this is another conversation, but it's like I just know certain sounds, you know what I'm saying, affect the body different. They just automatically just grab your attention before you even hear a word. Like some people, you would like a song, you won't even know the words. Like you might know somewhere, but you're not tuned in to the words. You just going with the rhythm and the energy.
That's a South thing.
I guess so.
1 to the 2 to the 3 to the.
This is West Coast thing right
there.
Yeah.
That was the flow on the dun. What was that?
I know what you want. For sure.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
But I think like as a artist, as a creative, verbal creative is set the tone, set the vibe. What do you have to have in your studio?
What do I have to have?
Like, what's one of them? Like, what's a vibe setter for you?
Just need some nice damn lights, some water, some flowers, and
I done heard you say flowers.
Just some good energy around. Like I don't really need too much. I don't even need nobody in the studio with me. Like, I'm good.
Why flowers?
I don't like saying weed.
Mary Jane.
Yeah. Mary Jane. Are you musically inclined? Like, do you know how to play an instrument?
I used to know how to play the piano, but that was in elementary. And once I got to middle school and high school, it was like I wasn't worried about no piano. Yeah.
But like, it's a version of you that I'm curious to understand. Like, when did you first pick up that, okay, I want to rap, I want to make music?
I always played
around. Like is so isolated.
Freestyling at school and, you know what I'm saying, with the boys or whatever. Yeah. But it ain't really hit till like 11th grade. 11th grade. Yeah, like 2014.
When Dolph reached out to him, found out who they was related.
Dang. 14, for sure. Yeah, 2014. And it was up for me.
But he not gonna say that.
Like, I've been addicted ever since then.
The first experience in the studio.
Yeah, like for real. I've been addicted ever since then.
He not gonna say with Dolph.
How I started rapping, I used to record myself at home on just a little regular computer mic, and it was this program called Mixcraft. So you can record yourself and add a beat to it and just, boom, it's quick. You can make a song. Once I found out about real studios, like I can go myself and pay for it, it was over with. I never recorded myself since then.
That experience of a studio, because most people probably have not experienced it.
Yeah.
What about it is, it's a non-negotiable. You know, are you loyal to, you know, the people who make your beats?
Yeah.
Or are you loyal to, you know, the people you have in your creative state? Are you pushing back on where you do your music at? Do you stand up? Do you sit down? Like everybody has their own niche.
For real. Yeah, for real. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I stand up, I sit down. I done recorded in the car before. I done recorded on my tour bus. I done recorded on a private jet. Like, wherever outlet at, I'm gonna get it done. Yeah, for sure.
With no memos and no voice, no.
We don't need it. We don't need it.
That's how I
real talk. You gotta pull up on me and see. I got you.
And this whole time, bro, this man's studio is literally next to my restaurant.
Yeah, straight up. And I was gonna say this when we first ran into each other. I was coming out the studio.
Yeah. This is what I always wanted to ask. Right, the deal with Republic Records has an affiliation with Paper Route and Street Execs, right? Explain how so many entities can be affiliated with one deal.
Paper Route, they gonna forever be a part of me, no matter what. Even if it's deal or no deal, I'm forever Paper Route. Street Execs, they've been there day one. They my management, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even before Glock was Glock to the world, you know what I'm saying? Me and Al was locked in, so that's how it is.
Say that.
Yeah, I'm finishing what I started with, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Yeah.
That's what's up.
But this Republic record deal is you on a more independent level.
Right up.
So as you're in negotiations, right? As you're in this situation where it's like, okay, why would you want to go in a different route? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you want to say, like, you know what, I want to test the waters out over here? Is it exposure?
Nah, it's definitely not that. It's just something I always wanted to do. Like, just being independent forever never was my plan. Like, rapping wasn't even the goal. It just came about, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, people don't understand, like, everybody, you know what I'm saying, should, like, have their own legacy. Like, people don't understand, like, Dolph, like, that what he lives for. Like, he, you know what I'm saying, with his chest out proudly to let you know, independent, you know what I'm saying, independency. And me, like, I honored, you know what I'm saying, bro was the one with that, you know what I'm saying? Other than him and Nip, like, bro was the one with that. So, of course, I'm gonna follow Dolph's footsteps, but I'm still my own man. So I didn't ever care about always being independent.
as you're talking about independent, it's the business that you're realizing. You know what I'm saying?
And then if I didn't do what I did independent, I wouldn't even be considering what I just did. Yeah.
Right.
The ball is in my court.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So from Memphis originally, for the people who may not, let's say, dare I say, not know who KEYGLOCK is, I want KEYGLOCK to tell me, what's your sound? You know what I'm saying? Like, describe your presence on music.
It's raw. It's player. It's just Memphis, bro.
Like, Memphis is been really a hub for so many richness in whether it's country, whether it's blues. You know, we know the Elvises of the world, the Dolphs of the world, you know, real musicians that really made their mark. It's that sound. And even with your new project, I had the opportunity to listen to a couple songs. The sampling, how did you go about the sampling process?
Talking about like how I find them songs?
Yeah.
Just my childhood. I ain't gonna lie, just my childhood. Now, I always listen to the original songs, so I just one day if the beats weren't already made, I'll just send the original song to my producer and he'll put a little twist on it.
Now, I'm always like, that's a whole nother business.
Yeah, it is.
In itself.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Headache too.
You know, hello.
Yeah.
You had on one of your songs, Key Sweat, right? How do you make a call? Do you have other people handle that for you?
It depends on the artist. Because some artists just still forever on that high horse, and you just gotta send them lawyers at them. You don't send the snipers. Just don't get it over with. Let's just go and get it done.
Yeah. Has there been somebody that gave you a hard time?
Yes, and still, yes. But I ain't letting up though.
Do you still produce the song?
Yeah. But it take time, bro. It's like a lot of negotiating.
Bro, I seen
like a lot.
Not you in particular, but an artist, Cisco.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This dude to this day does not perform the thong song. Thong, the thong, thong, thong.
Okay.
Ooh, that dress so scandalous.
For me.
For real?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but
living la vida. Like,
it.
it's that part that he can't perform it. He has a lyric
sample
that says "Living la vida loca." She had dumps in the truck. And Ricky Martin had this song "Living la vida loca."
Yeah.
He uses the lyric "Living la vida loca" without clearing it.
Yeah.
Which therefore, Ricky Martin got more money from that song than Cisco did, and he revitalized the living. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
It goes on.
Boy, what?
You just gotta make sure their business straight. That's all.
Who taught you that though?
It come from reading and just experience, just having my own experiences.
So it's like there's a rich.
Like you never know if they're gonna say yes or no. Like they can say yes, but it'll be a but. You gotta. So it'll be
Give me an example
don't
of
worry
what
about it no more.
Give me an example of what a but will look like.
All right. Yeah, Karen, you can use it, but we need 90% of it.
What?
All right then. So don't even worry about it. I can make another song. For real.
90 ball?
They tried you. This what negotiating is for though. Like they go.
Do you ever send them the song for them to listen to it?
They have to hear it. And like when they hear
that's
it,
what happened with Dolph and Jay-Z.
I gotta get some of this. Yeah, so
Jay-Z didn't want.
It depends on who you dealing with, bro. That's hard. Depend on
what was the most sweetest kind of like, okay, that's love, when you sample a song?
This tape was tough, I ain't gonna lie. Everybody was like, Glock dropping again? Didn't nobody show no love, I ain't gonna lie.
For real?
I ain't gonna lie. It's still love though, but they ain't show no love.
Okay, now let's flip it, right? Because I would like to say you got anthems. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So when that day does come, when somebody say, "Yo, Glock, I need,"
go right ahead, do your thing.
No, nothing.
I don't care. That's part of my legacy. Let it live on.
No cut.
I don't care, do you know? Hold on, I ain't saying all that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure.
What's a reasonable cut that you'll realize? You know what, bro? Just give me.
It depends on what song they use.
What's a song that you ain't willing to give up?
Proud. Proud. Yeah. Proud.
You know what the exact what that's like for athletes?
What?
Numbers. Like somebody asks you for your number, hey, let me one number 2 at Auburn.
Nah, I feel you.
Let me one number 1 in Carolina. Wait, hold on, bro.
Okay, y'all, I'm finna go. I'm hungry.
Yeah, man, it's like, man.
Y'all have a good one.
Story for, there was a linebacker drafted for the New York Giants, and he asked to wear number 56 for Lawrence Taylor.
I seen it.
My boy said, hold on, boy, no. Create your own legacy.
Yeah. I feel him, though.
I do, too.
I feel him, though. Yeah.
And he got a point, but it's like, man.
So many numbers you can use.
That, man, you
Yeah,
can use
I
all
can't
of them.
keep holding it.
You got 9.
I'll let y'all listen till my phone go dead, but
Start using symbols.
Yeah.
And they doing that already in rec ball. I seen a kid with X on. I said, but do you even know what that number is? No, it's X. Well, what this is? The longest yard, these just don't even know what they got going on.
I'm just saying zeros in football, though. This new.
00 or 0
in football. Yeah.
No, for sure. And it go hard too, but it's like ain't nobody really made a mark yet. Or it's like when you think about certain, like number 23 in basketball, the first person you think about is Michael Jordan.
Yeah, of course.
You see what I'm saying? Number 8. You feel what I'm saying? Like certain numbers is just synonymous to certain figures.
Right.
But when you start playing this role of music, it's crazy because just today I'm driving in the car and my personal content guy, Drop Top, I call him. He didn't know certain songs was actually sampled from pre-existing songs.
Yeah, for sure.
And he over here listening to something. Hey man, Lil Baby got a song like that. I'm like, no, bro, Lil Baby got it from Jeezy, you dig? Like,
for sure.
Come on, bro.
For sure. So
it's one of them, you know.
No music though, that's all. You just know music.
No, for sure. I just been around long enough too. You know.
You ain't that old, bro.
I'm not.
I've been around long enough.
I'm not. But when you said 11th grade in 2014, I was like, But 2014 was a great year for me. Going into 2015, boy, that was one for the books.
I know it, for sure.
Boy, I'm trying to tell, boy, 10 toes, boy. Woo. Boy, I'm tell you, look, that's the
like, when I was in middle school, you had me ready to go to Auburn. I ain't gonna lie. You had me ready to go to Auburn. Like, real talk.
Oh,
you had me ready to go to Auburn.
So, like, I hope everybody, as a college athlete, get to experience college like I experienced.
I swear, bro. I feel you.
Cause that was 2000. Where you was in 2010?
I was in 8th grade. 8th grade.
I was living my best life.
Yeah.
I was not. Where? If I was living, boy.
Straight up.
If I was, boy, DNA was being shed, boy. Let me stay focused. Lord, you don't flashback. What motivates you to, keep pushing forward, in the music career?
My family. Cause it's like I'm the one now. I've been the one, but it's like I'm the one.
Yeah. How you been able to prepare yourself in such competitive industry?
I don't look at it. I don't think it's competitive.
Why?
From my point of view, I don't think it's competitive.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, you drop a project, and in a week or two, it's not.
I try not to make music like that. I try to make music that you'll hear 5 years from now and you'll still feel the same way about it, like when you first heard it. Yeah, for sure.
But
like, let's go. You're gonna forever hear that shit.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like where the music industry is now, so much with streaming platforms.
Yeah.
And even late Thursday nights, Friday mornings, it is turned into like the wild, wild west. Like, who done drop? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you, like, as a fan of music, it's so hard for you. Like, I digest projects. I don't really go for singles.
Yeah.
Like, I want to hear it nonstop, go somewhere, okay, ride around. What that? I don't even like to look at the stars or they try to
for sure.
promote certain songs. I'm like, no. Let me hear that. Let me see the story, the artist's, really purpose of creating this. You know what I mean? With this project that you had, that you recently, came out with, or in this case, what was your purpose?
Well, just to let people know, like, it's another side of me too. Like, I ain't just the YN that you knew of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm way wiser. You know what I'm saying? I'm more mature now, basically.
Now, what's one of the things that you cannot live without, whether in your studio or even on tour?
My fire. I ain't gonna lie. My fire. You asked, girl. You said one thing. One thing. And I ain't even beefing with nobody or nothing. It's just, the word's just crazy, bro.
Have you ever got caught into a beef?
Into beef?
Yeah.
Nah.
Like Glock beefing with blah?
Nah.
What about a fire that just bring you comfort?
Cause I know what I'm gonna do. I ain't being funny.
What would be like a reason? You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't even bother nobody, bro. Like, it's just.
No, I agree.
Like I know bad energy when I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, like, I always get a gut feeling before something, you know what I'm saying, negative goes down. You know what I'm saying? Or goes wrong. So I
give you my thought process about guns. Or a fire. Bro, I got too many kids, bro.
Right.
And my kids nosy.
I feel you.
I leave my wallet, leave my phone. Like, I'm into knives.
Right.
I leave them around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like with a fido, nah. You get in my personal space, don't think. Please don't.
I feel you.
But it's like, I get so nervous with, I got an open door policy with, especially my children. Like, I want to build a relationship that's so intimate and close that they can come to me and talk to me about any and everything.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
But it's like with that, me coming into the house, what do I, like, you ain't thinking sometimes.
I feel you, bro, but like, real talk, bro. It's a way to do everything. Like, they don't even have to know you have one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all about how you move and how you carry yourself. Like, I never display or, you know what I'm saying, speak on what I got. It's just, people just know me as me. It's just, it's automatic. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, in your case, like, I'm not trying to tell you what to do or, but, like, in this world, bro, like, they needs to know, bro, instead of letting them find out on their own or letting the internet teach them. You get what I'm saying?
Why not invest in security?
Bruh, like, how I look at life and how you move, like, man, when it's your time, bro. Like, you can have 50 securities. That bullet meant for you, that stab meant for you, whatever's meant for you is meant for you. So you can't run from it. Like, basically, bro. So that's how I am. That's how I look at life. Like, can't no human being save me. I leave it to do it up there.
I'm at a point in my life, bro, where I have to have measures of, like, cushions before you even get to me.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I invest in security.
Right.
I invest in so many things because you done been in situations, probably I may not know specifically, but somebody gonna try you. Somebody probably has tried you. And
thank God. That bullet meant for you, that stab meant for you, whatever's meant for you is meant for you. So you can't run from it. Like, basically, bro. So that's how I am. That's how I look at life. Like, can't no human being save me. I need it to do it up there.
I'm at a point in my life, bro, where I have to have measures of, like, cushions before you even get to me.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I invest in security.
Right.
I invest in so many things because you done been in situations, probably I may not know specifically, but somebody gonna try you. Somebody probably has tried you. And
thank God they ain't.
For me, in that type of situation, in this scenario, like,
he meant that.
You have to guard yourself and your aura because when people see Cam, I'm always giving back my time, me personally.
Sure.
People will try you. Bro, I work out.
Just because you do that, they think you green.
Listen to me when I tell you this. I hate working out with groups.
Yeah.
Cause I'm the dude that I really like to get it in.
Yeah,
you feel
sure.
me? It's too many folks that really try to measure themselves. Man, you play football. You the Heisman, first pick. Like, I'm about to go against you. Like, I'm gonna run up this hill to see how. And it'd be like, that's how people would do you in real life. Especially when they're emotional to a simple ask of like a picture.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm not in that mood.
Yeah.
That don't mean that may trigger them to do something else, but moving right along. Now, we have many different sectors of music, right? And in the genre of, you know, where Memphis kind of stands as a staple of hip hop or just music as a whole. What would you rank? You got obvious, you got Atlanta, you got New York, you know, Miami, Cali. You know what I mean?
You saying like of all time
or
just today's
or with all that?
Memphis won.
One?
Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Is that an emotional pick or is that a realistic pick?
Man, both.
Say that.
It's both. I ain't gonna lie. 2, I give it to Atlanta. 3, me personally, I'm a Houston. I'm real big on Houston.
Texas.
Like, yeah,
Texas.
I got big, major love for Houston. 4, I give it to LA.
Texas.
4, I give it to LA.
We're talking about right now. You talking about
I'm talking about just
for you.
Yeah, for me, just overall. 4, LA. 5, I guess Chicago. Yeah, Chicago. For sure. For sure.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's not the most popular pick that I would do.
Chicago, they got a lot of unique people that came from Chicago.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, Chicago.
They got a run and still have a run that's like it's
they on a little way. Yeah,
no, for sure.
Yeah.
So let's talk about you know the album that you have out as well
Texas
as
always in there.
The tour that you got coming up. How did you pick the city?
Kenny Money.
I really didn't. I let my homeboys pick it.
What?
I let them look at the numbers and I let them pick it.
Bro, hero.
Numbers
of like where I do what at. You know what I'm saying? Like where I sell the most tickets, where I sell the least tickets, where I sell tickets. So like we targeted, you know what I'm saying, certain spots.
What spot do you genuinely enjoy? I mean, obviously Memphis, but outside of Tennessee.
You saying like far performing or just lifestyle?
Bro, I'm talking about performing. Like who genuinely, like when you step up on that stage and you start saying, oh, this love right here.
Anywhere in Texas, the whole state of
Let's go
Texas.
Texas again. Shout out to Texas.
North and South Carolina. They different. They country like us.
Yeah.
And I say it's crazy, but I say Europe. Europe, they give my American fans a run for their money.
For real?
The energy different, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The energy different. Like, once I started touring overseas, they really let me know, like, oh, yeah, now you're a rapper. Yeah, now.
You an artist now. You a rapper in Memphis.
Yeah,
but an artist that you in Europe, like bro, it's always something that's so inspiring to see. Even like Europe, you know, for an American to perform and for this not to be the natural language or the first language, and they verbatim, word for word.
Bro, like for real, they word for word. I'm from thousands of miles away from the slums, like never thought I'd be in this country, you know what I'm saying? And they rapping nigga shit word for word, like it's a good feeling, I ain't gonna lie. Nigga be the toughest, streetest nigga.
Shout out to
like, this shit
KEYGLOK.
feel good. Care what nobody say.
Now, are you ever vulnerable in your music? Like, what's something that you don't really tap into or do?
I really don't tap into my lost ones, my lost loved ones, too much. Yeah, I like to deal with that on my own. When I know like music is another way
His
to,
lost loved ones.
Like, yeah, for sure, but the way I, you know what I'm saying, agree, I don't do it.
We all grieve different though.
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. Most definitely.
And I just recently lost a loved one for me, and the thing that they don't got no manuals for
how to feel,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll sneak up and creep up on you at the, or it's like, dang, it could be a smell, it could be a taste, it could be like something that just reminds you of that person, and it's like, dang, bro.
Yeah.
You know, man, my grandmother had it. God rest her soul, man.
Condolences to your
hit
family.
you where like you feel so tough, and then it be like, whoa, my had it. It's like, so for anybody that's dealing with it, you know, it's just on you. You feel me? Like you on that island, bro.
For real. Like no therapist can. I know can't no therapist help my situation. So I know that'd be the first thing people like suggest, but it's like, bro, you just gotta be close with God, bro. Like you'll understand life so much better, bro. Once you get that going on and figure it out. I know I did. Yeah, so
that's what's
is
up.
Is it walks? Is it isolation? Is it
isolation?
For sure. For sure.
But at least you are tapped into God. I'm happy to hear that.
Talk to me about the collaborations with the unreleased music that you got, you know, with Dolph.
It's like I wanna do another like collab tape, of course, but it's like I'm not gonna be as happy. You know what I'm saying?
He can't tap into it emotionally.
I'm gonna be more into the past than actually, you know what I'm saying, honoring a part 3. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it really won't feel the same. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
it won't feel the same, and it brings back anger.
I don't understand it. Nobody else won't understand it.
It brings back
but that goes back to the
pain.
The industry. It's like people
anger.
want what they want. You know what I'm saying? Not taking it into account. Like, bro, like you a real
that shit gonna take me through there, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, cause I'm gonna put so much work and thought into it to making sure it's what he want. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like this shit just I ain't gonna lie, it'll put a big toll on me. I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't trying to do that right now.
Say that. Yeah. What did you learn most about Dolph or from Dolph?
How to give.
Take care of his family.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Give. Yeah, for sure. Give. Most definitely.
Like, I seen this picture where you know what I'm saying, you was a youngin'. And then obviously he was who he was, and for y'all to do business together, like that relationship is, you know what I'm saying, obviously different.
I don't know, always happen like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, we all got a date. You feel me? And who am I to judge and who am I to critique or analyze is when it's your time, it's your time. But also understanding it's like, yo, bro, cherish what you got right now.
Exactly. You never know.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
You never know.
You know, do you have a favorite song on this project?
I really don't, but if I
I
say Made Away.
Like, as you're creating, do you know, like, this the one?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
For real?
Most definitely. Like you can almost like hear it in my voice.
He's still so
what I'm
hurt,
saying? It'll
y'all.
make you feel like you wrote the song.
Bless his
It'll make
heart.
you feel like you it's your song. Like this what type of energy those songs give off. Once I see somebody else rapping it like it's theirs, I'm like, oh yeah, this one of them.
You know, it's crazy that content is similar to music.
Yeah.
Because for me, you know, I've drawn accustomed to having these sit downs and I really enjoy, bro, I get to smoke a cigar, drink espresso, and really talk to people.
Be yourself.
You see what I'm saying? So even with that, it's like there's been times where I just thought like, yo, Christian, but this the one. Cause it's so pure. It's such a good energy. And then you realize when you drop it and it's like, how many views we got? Oh man, it ain't that. And then there's other times where it's like, I don't know about this one. And then people just run with it, get viral. It's like, it's on this site, it's on that site. And when you go out, man, you was right when I was, you know, and it's like, where did it come from? You know, creation is such a finicky and fickle thing that almost like music, you don't know. Like, we don't have singles and content. We don't have like certain things that you can, you know, kind of overly promote. Cause when you
I really don't, but if I say Blue, I say Made Away.
Like, as you're creating, do you know, like, this the one?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
For real?
Most definitely. Like you can almost like hear it in my voice. You know what I'm saying? It'll make you feel like you wrote the song. It'll make you feel like it's your song. Like this what type of energy those songs give off. Once I see somebody else rapping it like it's theirs, I'm like, oh yeah, this one of them.
Okay, y'all have a good day.
Content is similar to music.